Agabine Barrister Agabine
Agabine, yes, sir, yes. We had a meeting with him, and the level of involvement and the matter is spelled out. Mazi were right to bring in lawyers for different purposes. I don't want to go into that. Then he said, Ozekome, please. He said, I'm not coming to take over the matter from you. I'm coming to be there for you. We are going to adopt your case and not whatnot. You see, because people know how to bring two lawyers together and crash their head. So if for the fact that Ozekome is not a seasoned advocate or who is very close to Agabi also, people who are painting false narratives before the public now have crashed their heads. Now they will fight. As soon as two advocates are fighting on a matter, that is very totally wrong. Then we had a very good and convivial discussion about what is going to happen on the 5th of October when the matter was coming up. And the other day, Ozekome presented the argument, adopted the briefs we filed, because we filed. And the standard his argument in that respect. The matter was consequently adjourned to 5th of September. As a matter of fact, it's not in the style of the Supreme Court to give a date for judgment or even court of appeal. Usually when adoption is concluded, they will adjourn the matter on a date to be communicated to the parties. But in this case, it was specific as a date the judgment will be delivered. I even expressed some sort of element of some surprise on that day. So that was what happened. Of course, you know that some people will be scheming. The schemers around will be walking around to ensure that they bring in confusion one way or the other, and the ability to know when where they are coming from, and also the intent, what it is, and also prepare their heads ahead of time, make you smarter than them. That's number one. Now coming to I would have gone public against our Lord Macolon before now, but I was being restrained by Nnamdi Kanu. But you see, one thing about this, why I took time to narrate some of these silent parts, and I expect you to ask me further questions because of time, or Biafra to ask me questions. I dedicated today for this program, and I'm ready to answer any questions anyone will so wish to ask me. That's number one. Number two, you people are aware, Biafrans are aware that on the 2nd day of December 2019, my house was invaded. For no just cause. Buildings worth millions of naira were burnt. People were killed in my premises. Not that they committed no offense of them, because someone somewhere in my town, one monster in my community, this man has been looking for way to eliminate me. Not before I even start IPOB case. But I want to say what there. We have been having issues because my issue with him lies simple. He kills people in my community and gets scot-free. Everyone in my community are afraid of him. Nobody wish, because he has contact with the federal government.
But it's only in Quifa, when you were only in Quifa, or Kafaya, Mbo Kam. A mekofo, a mekofo kinu.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I demand, I Biafra.
After narrating you put on the bank, I'll do. So, as I was saying, then because I've been on him, he saw me as a very serious problem to his evil desires and all. We've been fighting before I got a public case. Now, because I am handling a public case, if I one thing about life, just like here in Southeast now, which I will mention in this program. Of course, people are aware that I have offices in Anambra State and Abuja here. I have very powerful, erudite and also very efficient practice in there. Even in Southeast today, the simple one. If I'm contesting ownership of a land with my neighbor, and I feel my police, what I will do simple to cut it short. I'll go and tell the police, no, I'm not sponsor IPOB, no, I had a boosting man, no, I sponsor ESN. If that's 1 hour, the person is gone. Once you mention IPOB to security agents now, you're not condemned, no problem. You go how to pay her to the person now. Now, because I'm defending IPOB, I'm Nnamdi Kanu. I'm their well-known lawyer. Okota ndị agwa ha na ife ọhụrụ na onye anọ back ndị a na-eme ihe agbabe m ọkụ gbuo nwa na be m. Went to court and I won the case. Then, as it has not enough, he now hired these people that came to my house again on 6th of June 2021. He hired them. And I was told, okay, I want an information now. He's plotting evil against me. I got the impression he was plotting evil against me. So, because then, there are meetings I was attending on instruction of Onyendu. Then, even for that meeting, I will not fall victim of this man. And some people know that I was attending meetings, came to bring peace to the southeast. Then I came in that day. He gave them 30 million. This man gave them 30 million with a direction a special directive to kill me and kill anybody in my house. And what he told them, what he told us when I came to my house, my house, baby, the ESMB. Now they have gone, they have gone everything in my house. However, I believing that those false diligence, but when they come, they discover that they have those are make public. These are my findings. I have my PA. Unfortunately, my PA, Papa Mutata. The father died this morning. So now, come to the campus that day. They arrested three of my boys that day. One, my gardener, Ugochku, the cafe, my gate man, Chibike, and the Papa Moto. One was about my PO. Then now, I followed that case from there. I went to court, challenged them, I won the case. I followed up that case from there, came to Abuja, follow it up. At some point, let me step there for this. I was at the verge of getting these guys out from where they were detained. Because he was seeing them, he was making contact with them. MSC got everything for them to come. This man on a phone, these people. I'm saying it to every Biafra to know. From there, they now transfer them from that place to where they are now.
Kam kwere boy atoto emeka ofo we kpo na phone say release no mo Biafra ndị abịa akpọrọ ọka na aghọta na ife na-eme ka ghara ịga bie gị akpa right na gị rigbo onwe gị gaa n'iru n'iru.
Now he has started scheming again. He has started scheming again. Now as I speak to you now. He has arrested 3 people from my community, from my village now. Took them to police. Two of them, I followed him up on one of them. And that person was taken to court. I later, leadership will read the charge to you, manager. The charge higher in the course of time again. Then, what were they being asked for? On I do have where they to indict me, I'm not involved. I'm one boy would agree. Come and indict me. Now, I want to also use this opportunity to tell the governor of Anambra State something on Chokawata this afternoon, because he's the one working with him. Now, because he's the one who is encouraging him. I want Soludo to know today that now, if not for Chineke 1, 2, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, will not be governor of Anambra State today. If not because of Chineke number 1, 2, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB will not be governor. Because now, sit at home being put in place by IPOB, if he wasn't caught up, the people that traveled from here to Anambra will wipe entire Anambra State out. Their directive is very simple. Anybody have to weigh whether of title or not, will see where and they in authority to win. Nnamdi Kanu, his wisdom, will give him instruction that I should write a letter telling the public to come out and vote. After giving that instruction, I passed it to the leadership. When I was writing, the leadership was writing, telling people to come, campaigning for people to come out and vote. That was how he became governor of Anambra State. And I'm happy Anambra State is peaceful. I've been instrumental in bringing peace to Anambra State today. I don't boast about it. I don't brag about it. But for him to know that his Emeka is going to bring crisis in the community I cannot be able to defend. Now Emeka is doing all these things to get me again. Ndị obulebu na ndị akpụjere ebe ndị akpụjekere ha na ndị akpụjere na prison are not yet out. That's what is happening today. Then now, why I'm saying this, boom, that when this thing was going on, I got a very strong intelligence. Aloy Ejimako is meeting with him. Aloy Ejimako went to see him. And I told Onyendu this thing. Say, Onyendu, are you aware of what is happening? The one problem now, lawyer, they meet him, man. I don't have a problem. You can go and meet anybody you want to meet. But coming publicly to write about him shows that you are enjoying, you are on the same bed with him. Then as that was going on, then I got a report about this plot I'm telling you about. I got a report about what I'm telling. So I am telling Biafrans today and the world. You may not know whatever he's doing. You may not know that I'm away. I've started defending IPOB since 2015. He did. And I've secured a list of every on their thousands. You may think that people will just look the other way. It's not possible. And if anything happens to me today, or any of my house, any of my members, Biafrans know who to hold responsible. If anything happens to me today, God forbid, or any of my family members, Biafrans know who to hold responsible. That's why I'm stating it in this platform. For them to understand what I'm passing through in the house of this people. Because I've suffered, I've sacrificed, I've waived a number of things in defense of Biafra. This election petition matter, now, I have what I came to me to pay me tens of billions to defend them. This election petition, I have the people that came to me because they know I'm intelligent. They put my office tens of billions, going to 50, 30, 40, 100 millions to defend them. I said, no, I cannot be involved in election petition because ODM is there. I'm at his beck and call. Because election matters you must devote 100% attention to. And I cannot be defending him, knowing the nature of the case I'm handling, knowing what the demands of the case, and also be conducting other cases that will affect that will distract me. So no, don't worry. When it's out, I am ready to accept any brief from anybody. So why I'm saying this is for Biafran to know today. I want to place them on record because I don't know what happened to them tomorrow, but I'm not running away from anybody. What I will do today is for me, last thing I will do today is to run away from anybody. So if anything happens to me, or happens to any of my family members, or happens to my wife, my children, and else.
Barry, still on mute, and the video gap will go. Barrister, can you hear me? Because I want to know better did you yana network ya si handle. Odiko nweka yana network ya si aga ka I want to know better did. Barrister in on mute. You put a go n'ihe onyonyo mana nara na ifi na-ekwu.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, ga n'iru.
So this is why I want to place the record today. Right? Because I've done anything, I've not committed any offense to be being hunted around by someone, the monster in my community. And unfortunately, some people who are part of this case or who I'm defending are part of the scheming. So I want to place on record because he thinks that he can eat his cake and have it back. It's very impossible. I'm not a moron in our community. Nobody in our rift. Go and ask question. Ask anybody in our rift. By extension, I don't have problem with anybody. I'm not a troublesome maker. The only thing I defend that which is right. Anything outside right, I won't get involved. I defend that which is right. So may seem not can involve. And let me say this to you. I have never for one day in my life been in a place where there's a conspiracy to kill anybody. I'm not conspiring to kill anybody. But if somebody man, I've not been in a place in one day. See, I want to discuss how to kill Mr. A or Mr. B. I'm not part of it. I've not done that in my life, and I will not start it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I come to daughter, and my hands are clean. I don't have any blood in my hands. Not one. So that's why I want to use this platform to tell Biafrans what is happening around me because the scheming is on as I speak. The scheming is on now. But I'm waiting for them. I can see Biafra. Couldn't do ready. Malo. They want to because so believe now. No matter the government, you know, empower now government, yeah. And as such, she can carry out any form of evil attack on me and get scot-free. I don't believe. Because once we change the government and they feel that the people that came into power is in power, they are friends, then the police and all the security agents will be in their pocket. But unfortunately, they should know. A responsible security agent should do that, which will encourage peace where he is. You should do that, always do that to do things that will discourage violence or problem. You should encourage him, do things that will encourage peace. Even when you are being forced by a politician to do that, you say no. I will not do this. It's not wrong. This thing will throw the state into chaos. It will throw the state into violence. I won't do it. All because of this. All because of Ibusu Biafra. Starting from 2016. It's a protest, peaceful protest to come and Akibuha. It's a Ben Kanu, about some mother. It's an Angwa High School, it will say Biafra. That's what led to where we are today. That's what led to where we are today. To go with your question, my brother.
Ndewo barista, ndewo ụjọ atana gị ndị Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ. Ya nwa bụkwanụ Emeka Ọfọ. Ihe m ga-ekwu ebe ọ nọ n'iko ejuwe ego. Our HOD kwere gị nkwa oge last broadcast ya. O gwakwana ya sị ya ihe ọbụla in short ndị gị nọ ya n'akazi ka pụta iwude ihe ọbụla mere gị ọ ya afọ ya. E nwere ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ gị, m ga-achịkọta ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Onye a na-ajụ regarding since Aqua me onye ndu rendition, that after since onye ndu has been renditioned, thousands of IPOB had been abducted by DSS, ma Abia, Enugu, all the whole Igbo land, and ụfọdụ n'ime ha onwere amaro ebe ha nọ, and all of them are innocent, being detained. Kembo anagba iji hụ na ha pụtara, kembo ha na-agba iji hụ na ha pụtara, dịka o si wee kwuo. Also, these innocent Biafrans are detained, and why are the DSS and why are the DSS not bringing them out to court? Then nke abụọ bụ ka inye anyị update. Ama m na iwere tụchago aka ebe a bụ ka njụ ajụjụ otu o si wee tinye ị ga-aghọtachakwa. What's the legal updates on those abducted by the DSS and the military when your house was attacked and the people killed in your compound? Are those abducted by the DSS still alive? If yes, where are they? Ajụjụ ịbụ now ka atụkọta ya n'ofu ka ịzapụ anyị ya. Ndị nke ejidere na ụlọ be gị oge ha bịara oge ahụ, ha ka dị ndụ? Ọkwa na ha dị ndụ ka ebe fa nọ. Ndị nke ejidegasịkwa na n'Igbo other places kpọrọ ha kpọpụ ugwu Awụsa, enwe ka esi erute okwu aka. M ga-achọ ka ịkọwatachachara anyị ụmụnna anyị, our comrades, ndị anyị na fari na-eme ife n'onwe ndị ejigasị kembụ a na-agba ife na ha apụtagasịsịrị. Ọhịa ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Gaa n'iru barista.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. First of all, I want Biafrans to note at this point, also Kahamaruna, anyway, changing the tactics. Because of a number of things happening and which are not being sanctioned by the DOS. So, and which is leading to several arrests. And then a problem. Because that's why I will advise people to listen to the instruction and directive from the DOS about how they can give here. Because DOS doesn't, DOS under the nature of doesn't encourage violence. And they don't encourage any form of violence whatsoever or attack. So I've always advised people to listen to them, because if you're not paying attention to them, you'll be having problems. So this is number one. Number two, in view of this criminal we decided now that any person that claims to be IPOB member arrested by security agents, and we got to know about it, the person must be profiled by the appropriate authority. Then once the person is profiled and the names that are made available to us, the person we follow it up and make sure that at least we follow the due process and ensure it's out. We've been able to release a lot of people. And even when I went to order from court last week, directing us to release them. And even the discharge from court, we have served them those papers and the court orders expecting compliance, which we're going back to ensure if they didn't comply, we'll go back to court, because we cannot fight them. And you know why this non-compliance with orders of court and probably the judgment of court of appeal is on increase, because some actors, in fact, as a matter of fact, let me just say this to you before now, and the Madabalo. Now I'm with people in charge, like my clients at IPOB will first person in charge, like US head of the electorate and the other members of the US, because it is now whatever Yemen at the stroke, Onyendu was incarcerated. You see, it's a function of strategy by the state. When Onyendu was abducted and brought here, a lot of studies started beginning on food. And then I got here, we were thinking that we were together. Remember one thing about just like what happened in 2015. Okay, it was a very formidable IPOB. People were together, apart from few people who are fighting us. But of course, we know they are doing that for reasons personal to them and possibly for particular reason. So then we thought everybody's together. So, but later we discovered that now some people were planted, so from being paid to commit crimes that were attributed to IPOB. You see, just like now, security agents in the country know now certain things they may not run their name, but they cannot do without calling them names. Are you with me? So now these are strategies they deploy to ensure they create a problem, and by creating problem, will be unsettled. Nnamdi, emotionally and otherwise, will be tortured day and night. But some of them don't know problem or might be happy. He has been preaching that to me. He has been preaching that effectively to me. That was what prompted to his handwritten letter. That was what prompted it for him to write those letters out there. Say, that was made public. He prompted it. So that will tell you the kind of person I'll be. Somebody who encourages violence. He won't be doing those things. He won't be telling you those things. Of course, no publications have issued so far. That's and also issued by the IPOB. On his behalf, stating what it stands for. That doesn't stand for Nka. It doesn't stand for Okunoka. And Nnamdi Kanu, I can say that to you without any fear of occupation. Nnamdi Kanu, I can remember what he used to tell me. That the Jofone and he condemns both acts. So the point that now, we may say the arrest is only an increase. And these people, by the time they profile with their names, they make a kuna with a matter of 50 or 100. By the time you profile with them, if you don't want to get people on the by the time the names are profiled and brought to us, no, in the estate, in the planting, is cause confusion. So, because I used to tell people from time to time, don't get yourself in violence. Because they had a try what they know they've seen even the child fight in court. I called the species. And when he got offense committee because of the leadership style. So the point I'm trying to make now, only open the profile by leadership and avail the names as such, no members of IPB confirmed by them. We go to court. And I'll be proud to go to court and I argue on their behalf. I argue on their behalf to tell the world and the credit court, these guys have committed no offense. And you will see that when you are handling their matters in court, you have no evidence against them. They have no evidence. They will file frivolous and bogus charge against them, but there will be no evidence of substantial action. That's number one. Then coming to my boys that were arrested, that were abducted, because that's never arrest. Obviously, I will skip this. I omitted this when I was narrating about the activities of the monster from my village. When they were abducted, I commend my staff, who was alive at a point in time, who was alive not at the point in time, he was always alive, who was flowing up immediately. When this team concluded their bloody invasion of my house and killing of my PA, they were free to post it to know what is jailer. Whether that one I'm coming to him soon because I've got judgment against him. So they were free to post it, and when that was posted, we got it. Then obviously we never had the opportunity or never had the approval of those. He posted that thing. That was how we got the information about what happened, and I followed it up. Let me tell Biafrans today and the world to know that we commence this matter from Federal High Court, Oka. Some aspect of it I come up here that has to do with my own marriage. Neither SSS, nor the police, the military, those that were captured in that camera. I will send it to you to play for the Biafran to see again because you should not forget in the head. Because my camera captured all of them as they were coming as I was moving into my house and all the activities in my house. I captured them in camera. Police, neither the police nor the SSS nor the military admitted in court that they ever came to my house. None of them. I will send you the copies of what they filed in court and will obtain judgment against them. They were saying they were not there, they didn't come. SSS filed a counter evidence and said they didn't come to my house. Military filed a counter evidence and said they didn't come to my house. Police filed a kind of evidence until they didn't come to my house. Today on record. However, I traced them. I traced these boys, Ugochukwu, Chibuike, and the third person. I traced them to SSS headquarters Abuja when they were being detained. I traced them because Ugochukwu saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I went to him when Nnamdi Kanu was brought from Kenya. One occasion he was on his routine road walk in the morning. He went to him, Ugochukwu saw him and went to him. And told him, Daddy, after greeting him, Ugochukwu, now I can't put you from Kebari Sejofo. I found something, Chibuike wrote something, I sent to me, to someone, that he was in the tent there. I went to court to tell SSS, give him my voice. Then, few people there, arrested his people, came here and released all of them. Damn, they leave my voice for me. When the pressure become much on them, and when the evil man in my house got intervening, that they transfer them to Waji barracks. I can confirm that to you. Also, I share them here. And they should know that now. Let them know that they transfer them so that they cannot maintain any form of contact within them. They can do transfer here back. So we are in court of appeal. I can't leave them. We are in court of appeal today. I am asking them simple, leave my voice for me. Somebody said, no offense our community. You tell them to court. They went to Iboho's house, arrested people there, killed people there, came back here, after the intervention of the people from the west, they released them. Even when the matter was in court, they released them. The Arab men went their ways. Then why can't you release my people? Or is it because I cannot connect you to what happened in my house? It doesn't matter, I've seen them. That's settles it. And as I speak to you, the international community is like, what happened in my house? I've written the international community, I've written the International Court of Justice, Criminal Court of Justice, I've written them, I've given them documents, I've given them the clip of what happened in my house. So let me know how they are going to deny it over there that they didn't come to my house. Now, okay, to further amplify what I'm saying, when this thing happened, I wrote a petition to IG. I wrote a petition to the director of SSS. I wrote a petition to the DG SSS. I wrote a petition to the chief of minister. I wrote this petition to them, asking them to investigate their personnel that were involved in my house. In the bloody onslaught in my house. None of them, except civil defense, none of them responded to that letter to date. None of them investigated anything to date. None of them took any step to make a further communication to us to date. None of them. So, what is that showing you? That they were in my house. They were in my house for a certain job. They were paid 30 million to come and kill. They were given 30 million to come and kill. Hello?
Hello. Hold on, let me meet somebody. I want you if they are not. Emute go me a barrister, emute go me a Gani, somebody non mute.
Okay, so the matter is before the Court of Appeal now. Because when the matter was pending before the Federal High Court, I have several cases against the State Security Service, the police, and the military before the Federal High Court. Okay. Someone came to tell Mazi that among us that I've abandoned the case now. Okay. Then I said, my 2 months ago, the matter is live in court. I'm even more interested in the case than any other person. Eventually, I have to severe the case, brought in the one that has to do with my boys to Abuja. Why those ones? The one that has to do with my PA they killed and the lawful and illegal activities in my house continue. And I won those cases over there. Then here, the court said we should furnish them with further facts to show that now can SSS because they are denying ever coming to my house and they deny keeping them. And then brought an affidavit of facts which was provided by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the court. Now, I also bring an affidavit to show that Mr. A, Mr. C, Mr. SSS, and so Chibuike, and get me to know that he didn't attend there. The court, because it's court in Abuja here, you know them, you know their background, because of their affiliation. they turn a blind eye to that. I said, no, my Lord, you cannot give judgment against the police. Because they're not being detained by the police. They are there. Tell the SS to release them. They were in court of appeal now. On the matter. So this is where we are. So when it comes to the jail IPOB members arrested, we are on the matter. And I also, I've already, we are worked out a strategy and a plan that lawyers to get involved too in our state. Because I cannot be doing this alone. It has expanded. That's a matter between me and the staff because we have discussed it and they're helping out. And what I'm saying, what I want to tell lawyers who are getting involved in this matter one way or the other, to be upright and honest. IPOB case is a case of covenant. If I take IPOB case as a case that will give me money, I'll be a billionaire by now. I'll be a billionaire. And if I become a billionaire by now, I may not be alive today. It's not that. It's a case I'm involved because it has to do with my people. And I know they are not doing something wrong. And I know they are doing something with the conference of law. So that's why I'm involved. I'm spiritually involved in the matter. And I believe it's God that brought me out for this case. And God that brought me out of them must continue to sustain us and protect me. Otherwise, I've been a dead person. I've suffered tremendously in the hands of Nigerian security and the hands of Mustard and the hands of people who are with me. Who wants one word to eliminate me? I've been shot. I've been attacked. I've suffered for some prejudice. But I'm alive. It's not. I'm not alive because I'm the most favored. No, I'm alive because God wants me to be alive because it's a divine project. And in the course of that, I've always been steadfast and upright, advising people that are cares to know, people I'm defending, to be properly guided by within the ethics and ethics of what I did. So, and they've been listening to me. That's why I'm proud to defend them, and I'll continue to defend them till thy kingdom come.
Which means those abducted, they are still alive. I think I had Dr. Nabegi had their life. Okay. Ima ebefano now.
I'm telling you where they are. They're being determined at one Niger State here.
Okay.
And it's in court records. I'm still in the court records. I've been there.
Okay. Can you get this question also? Supermark dropped the question. Based on if I from a tribunal and they can judges who see their technicalities and whatever. No blah for if I'm there. I for Supreme Court and all those things. Monday bara number 1, Bruce number 4, Bro number 1, and all those things. Ajujabu, legally, is there any other way forward if on 15th December 2023 Nigerian government failed to release Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If yes, educate us based on the law, the technical.
I don't want to sound negative, and I can never sound negative on this issue. But I know that releasing Nnamdi Kanu has no option than to release him. It's not optional. It's something that must be done. Why would I say that? Anything outside releasing Nnamdi Kanu as quick as possible, we further indict the federal government that they're responsible. They're actually responsible for what's happening in the Southeast. These people, and including all the stakeholders, because I know those who have been going, who have been interceding, who have been talking to the authority. Some will go and call me on phone and tell me, look at what I've done. This man has been cleared by the court. This man has been discharged by the court. This man has been detained unconstitutional today. And as bad as it is, this case is the first case study in this country where a citizen will be discharged by a court of appeal and you are still keeping him. It's better. The most ideal thing to release him. In law, we have our laws. We have laws. We have done all we can professionally within the conference of law. If you read the judgment, if you read the respondent brief before the court, you see how empty it is. You see how empty it is. I don't want to go into law. But the fact that government, I don't want to sound negative, I listen now the Kanu on 15th of December is not optional. It is not optional. It is something government must do. Because it has committed no offense to law. Otherwise, you know that there are people actually causing havoc in the southeast. And you'll be held responsible for that. This man or people has come in their numbers, their group to tell you, release him. If you release him, we will have victories in the southeast. We cannot know the criminals and go after them. Allow us to go after the criminals. Leave him, let him come out. Allow us to go after the criminals. He has said it a number of occasions that he has done business with those who are causing havoc in the southeast. And now POB as a peaceful global movement has come out publicly to tell you, and they have been writing it time without number, that we are not part of this. What you are going to do, challenge him, challenge them. Challenge them now. Release him. Release the Mazi now. Let's know what to happen in the southeast. If the people in the southeast didn't go after the criminals, then they'll come here bastard. They will go after the criminals. Without even informant of security agents, they will go after these criminals. A responsible government must do the part that will restore peace and unity in the region. A responsible government must do after the part and advice that will restore total peace. They can enjoy the government. You can't continue to promote, by your actions, promote violence and killings in the southeast. Today we're asking people to come back from Lagos. To come back to come and vest. Last month, I didn't sleep here for 2 weeks. I didn't sleep in my house for 2 days or thereabout. I was busy working on the case of those people that are demolishing the property. I was actually involved in the matter. That whatever there was still in that case today, I was involved. Which I didn't make it public. I was involved. They called me. I was involved. And unfortunately, I want the Biafrans to know today, those guys were duped by some people that collected about 100 million naira from them. Lawyers over there to defend them. And at the end of the day, those lawyers ran away from them. And we got involved. They didn't pay me a dime. And we got involved, making our contact to ensure they are protected. Now, we are asking everyone to return to Greece to come and invest when the atmosphere is tense. So anything that will the only thing that stopped the release of Nnamdi of 15 means they want the entire South East to be thrown into violence and havoc. So the only thing for the government, official available to the government, to release it on 15th of December, let him go his way. Then we Igbos will fight those who are secreting our land. We know them. We'll go after them. Before now, Christmas, Christmas is an opportunity for us to come back home and invest. Help our people, help the needy, help those who just graduated, get job for them, and also through empowerment and give it to life of our people. How can you develop your religion when you didn't travel for Christmas? Or Christmas if you want one at Toronto, if you want capital for school and go, if you need a scholarship, if you need a if you some people who are not on Christmas, how much you want that? They will borrow money to come back home. Then when they are going, they will go with money, they will have a very good action that work for them. And here you go. So anything government will do on Friday, other than releasing Nnamdi Kanu, will mean that government want to destroy the entire Southeast. And they will have responsible for that. And that means they'll be encouraging that the book encouraging this problem in the Southeast. A responsible government, I'm saying it now, should be interested in policies that will bring restore peace in the country. And people in their numbers has come, governors has come, some governors has come, some senators have gone, some well-meaning Igbos has gone to tell them, assure them, leave this man, leave it for us. Even if they have to say again, Igbo will go after that. Igbo will industrials will not have to go about criminals. But they have no justification for the need to kill them and buy. So what I'm saying, in law, we have our law. Law is on our side. It has been decided by Federal High Court. Court of Appeal say, go home. So releasing on 16th of December 2023 is not optional. It's not optional. It's something that must be done. Thank you.
Ndewo barrister. So it's not optional, not in higher merit, and it already sound negatively on that. So bo adding. Ajụjụ ọzọ m chọrọ ka anyị bịa nebaba anya tupu ụmụnne anyị.
O nwere issue nchọ treat later. I believe that matter has lingered for so long. Though I've discussed leadership, and I believe it's important for me to get involved in that matter because because of madness going on in the southeast now. And that madness has simply removed the eyes of people who should be involved in the reason and can do that either religion and religion and no religion. So when we are done, I'll go into that. Please, allow me to talk to the parents about just 10 minutes about that issue.
Okay, ngwa nke ahụ ga-abụ ma anyị chịkọtawa anyị kwu okwu ọfụma na ife gbasara legal issues and all those things. O nwekwa ike nwekwa ajụjụ ọzọ ga-adị mgbe anyị emepe igwe eji ekwu okwu ka ndị mmadụ tinye ọnụ maka onwe ndị na ha nọgasị na Zoom ebe a. Mana tupu anyị aga to that one, m ga-ajụ gị ife dịka ndị rere onye ndu ịma na ikwubugo okwu a dịzie ka ọ bịa jụọ oyi ke ndị rụrụ ana o rubeghị mgbe anyị akwụpụta okwu ọfishali si na ọ bụ onye dị ụta eziokwu na onye ndu dịka oge mgbara ya ajụjụ mgbara nwanne nwoke Benjamin Madubugo dịka m mere interview ọ sị na onye ndu si na ọ bụ MI16 and IFA. Mana ka anyị na-ekwu n'onu Igbo anyị ma na ọ bụ oke nọ n'ụlọ gwara oke nọ n'ọfịa na azụ dị na ngịga. Ihe a bụ arụ ka ọ bụ n'ala Igbo. Ọ wụrụbeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị eziokwu ọ bụrụ na ya marụ mana agwa anyị ọfishali sị anyị na nke a ka onye a mere nke a ka onye a mere amaghịzi m ife anyị ekpuchi afọ ime aka maka na ọ pụtago amara m kịta ọ bụgo gboo iji wee kwuo okwu a. Ndewo barịsta gaa n'ihu.
Nwanne m daalụ ihe m chọrọ ikwu kịta bụ na ndị be asị achọrọ ihe gburu ọchụ jee n'ụzọ ọhịa ndị be anyị kwuru. This matter mụ na onye ndu discuss here exhaustively and there are information he passed on to me and in confidence. That's my greatest strength here. The point is that he said that he will address this issue, but I should assure the global peaceful movement of IPOB that no one IPOB involved in the He said it clearly to me. Not that the US, not everybody. I thank God that when we invested last time, he came out to also say the same thing as he told him. He still pointing an accusing finger to they had a here and they had involved in the also, but almost other involvement. I don't think even Suka told me when I had a discussion with him that no one by it involved. And what I want to tell you, Buna, only telling me for job can do it for job through other channels without you noticing. The point is that now you cannot be taken away from the fact that Nandeba are involved. But only it may not be to the knowledge of Onyen. That's what I want to tell you. It may not be to his knowledge that Nandeba must have been involved in plotting this. It may not be to his knowledge because I'm not to his knowledge. What have mentioned it to me. Now Nandeba know, but Onyen are involved. Onyen are involved. But then, one thing about this, I believe the most important thing at this point in time is his freedom. Now, catch him at this point. What's important is for him to regain his freedom and go for proper medical treatment. That's the most important thing. When he comes out, you will have an opportunity to also introspect because all Nyama Gabiga through that travel, and then you will have an opportunity of introspecting and possibly thinking aloud. And also probably putting two and two together. So, but for now, it wasn't specific as to Nonya involved. I never indicted Nonya from our place. Nonya so I don't tell lies. I will tell you how he said it to me. And my opponent tomorrow doing his period of introspection or inquiries or investigation, not talk about Nonya or borrow his word. Now, what I believe I want to advise at this point in line with what he said to me, boom, let all hands be on deck to ensure that he's out. So that's the most important thing. Now, but I'm the best man. And Kenya Dara, Uratande or Gumad, or no, so another so let him be out. First of all, once out, thankfully, we have our confidence in this now, and God will make it happen. I believe God strongly, and God will make it happen. It happened in 2017, it will happen again. So when it's out, then you have opportunity of discussing certain issues, pertinent issues that will be relevant to the struggle, and that will be, then you have your floor to have that discussion with. Thank you so much.
Ndewo barrister, amam na okwu a nwere ka ọ ga-esi wee do mana ihe dị ka anyị nwa ya akpụghị isi chere mkpọrọ ọ bụrụ ma onye ndu anyị ekwechirigo maka na ihe nji na-ekwu bụ dịka i kwuru isi na achọrọ ka ọ pụtagodo mpụta ya mana ka anyị na-anọgasị a na-ekwu dịka nke a na ọ dị ọfishal nke a dị ọfishal ọhaneze kewuru ịbụọ onye nke ọzọ bụ isi guzoro kwuru ọ sị na o nwere ndị Igbo na-achọrọ ka onye ndu pụta na fa na-agba mbọ maka ihe ndị na-ekwu ya ka anyị na-agba mbọ ka ọ pụta na o nwekwara ndị na-achọrọ ka ọ pụta ka anyị mara ndị bụ ndị onye o ji ede mkpa na-ekwu okwu na-etinyekwa ya mmadụ dịka nwa amadi a mbụ Ifeanyị Ụba ọ ga-ajụrụ ya ajụjụ Ifeanyị Ụba sị na ọ bụ ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke kwuru m okwu gbasara ya bụrụ ya okwu na ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ka eji wee budata ya n'ala Igbo na Naịjirịa ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ọ sọrọ nọ nke ya a na-ekwu okwu a na-aratagasị okwu aka amara onye bụ onye bikos ife mere n'ala Igbo bụ arụ ofu onye Igbo ji afụ ụzọ achọ ka etipịa ya ngwa ka ha nọ kịta ka ifefa na-eme o nwere ife anyị fụrụ ife m na-ekwu bụ ka a na-agba mbọ ka onye ndu pụta ka a marakwana ndị a na-akwụnyere okwu ndị so anyị na ndị na-esoro anyị onye ndị na-ekwu ife a yọtago onye ndu nwee ike ọ mara onye bụ onye duto na ya kpara nkata n'azụ ya ọ marọ tupu ọ danye o nwere ike nọ ebe ahụ ọ gaghị ama na ndị dịkwa ụta so dịka ị na-ekwu okwu na-arụtụ ihe dịka ndị ụlọ ikpe aka ndị si ewepụta ya ndị esi ewepụta ya mana ndị a na-abịakwutekwa ya ekwunyere ya okwu onye ji na-ekwu owe orubeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị sị anyị adịkwa ama ama agala ebe a gaa ebe dị ụta maka adị ama ama ihe nchọrọ ajụjụ nchọrọ ịtụrụ ekwe na ajụ ama m na-esago ya mana o nwezi ihe ị chọrọ ikwubie ya tupu majụzie ga ajụjụ ọzọ mmadụ dere gakwara na mpaghara ihe ọzọ nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a nke ịbụ ewe n'iwe nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a fanche ya agakọcha ọnụ oge m gbara nwanne anyị nwoke Benjamin Madubugo ajụjụ dịka mụ na gị kparịtara o nwere okwu o kwuru ọrụ n'oyibo asị underline ọ sị na asọsọ asị ka a na-atụrụ onye ndu ebe ahụ n'ọsọsọ asị mụnwa mere ya interview ọsọsọ asị ka ndị na-agafe ya na-atụrụ ya asị amaghị m inwe ike kọwatatụkwara anyị ndị na-atụ asị ya bikos ihe emebichichecha na anyị a na-emebiri anyị ihe na IPOB a na-organize ọ na-aghasa apụtasị onye a bụ onye ori onye ndị isi anyị ndị na-achịkwa anyị o nwebeghị ụdị ebubo a na-ebupụrụpa ọzụga nnọọ amara Chineke ya maghị ebe anyị kara ịnọ kịta ke ndị na-aja ahụ onye ndu a ke ndị na-asịrị ya asị ya bụ ajụjụ ịbụọ a ichekwatazie ya ndewo.
My brother, nwa Chineke, the point is that ndị be asị na ihe agba n'aka juru gị wee nye ya and the moment you realize if you are in this case as an IPOB lawyer, which I'm not an IPOB member, I used to tell you the man ihe a na-eme na this case abụrụ ihe mmụọ ka na-eme iwere aka ọcha bata na ya aka ọdọchị bata na ya God will continue to bless you and bless you and bless the works of the hand. Only one other underlying motive is God will have a work coming back to you. Just like someone who has been in solitary confinement for 2 years and now, 23 years. I'm only not in that condition. Sometimes I will not blame him. Will you have an apple? When you look at the say the show, one first penalty in the area. Say, what possible to make a no come is fair. So, here Benjamin Madabuga from truth is truth. And if you take into account, here, they're not much. Their names are there. You know them. You know them, know the extent of lies. I told Onyendu, some more I can make argument, but a subject. I make argument of possibility to overcome. I took one hour. You respect me for that. So I don't tell him what you want to hear. I'm aware simple. Now, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I want to tell you just as it is. Me and my one talking managing but when you come out to see other things, but I will tell you I will tell you things as it is. I don't want you may not like me for that, or you may like me for that, but I will tell you the things as it is. Right? So it is the correct truth and the correct thing. Oh yeah, the correct truth. If the negative truth to gonna and it's still on today. What can I do? So, but the one problem with that, our own major interest and preoccupation at this point in time Legally speaking, legal wise, I am going to as a lawyer. I've done my own part. Because by getting to Supreme Court, being here at Supreme Court, awaiting judgment, I've done my own part. So, either to chance and auto, to know if it will happen. Nnamdi Kanu, he will come out. These are things I want them to believe. I'm going to have to tomorrow, but I know he will not die. He will come out. And he will come out soon. Will take his ear, will go as they are normally help Mr. A and Mr. B and Mr. C and Mrs. C and where there's open as. What you know, how the possible no when the Bego, the man I go can correct that. However, when you went Bego, and the man in the when Bego, when you keep Uyakata, or you mock the market, where you watch, I know my hot you watch a legend. But I don't think those things are important to me. Now, so I don't do one problem with that. I know he will come out, and he will come out alive. So, and that will not derail us from the path I see. Path I see will make any of them. Because neither attention to Sarah, I will bring all of them one after and address them publicly. Why I have to discuss a lot because to let them discuss it because I've not said it, I've put a lot in there. Why I want to discuss it to let them because he has gone to dine with somebody who's looking for avenue telemetry as quickly as possible. And I will not say it when I'm dead. Don't wait at him, but I'm not going to make around. Because I'm quick and not say it, right? So I have to say for you to know what's happening around me. Because I cannot be a party. I cannot go at my back to meet someone who is looking for to kill any of us, or someone who has been repeatedly making an attempt to eliminate any of us. I won't do that. And so that's why I have to say the whole issue of life and death. And I told him, sir, now why I am coming to you because Oyendu was shocked. And he's meeting with him. And I've been told, so let me make it public. We'll see when you can or something. Hey, no, we are not, don't know what happened to Barrister Joffa. We don't know what happened to his people. We don't know how to five or children or to family members or even to my lawyers. I don't want to call him tomorrow tax for a court. Then I probably know it. Only a problem. I'm not going to hold responsible. This is the man on the phone for this. So that's number one. Number two, I will encourage you people and I will advise this peaceful global movement not to be distracted by antics of enemies. Enemies are working day and night. They are working day and night relentlessly to derail the objective of this struggle. And they are using people who are part and parcel of the process to do that. You see, because no matter when I chop them, trying in them poison, assuming without thought possible. Now office mbo, open office mo join when they just going with him. You're not secretary mbo no lawyer mbo no my PA they were there. Also my PA na okay what we had one to one they talk something to there. But it's not possible because my lawyers the can when I had the can one day I would let freely. So what about the possible? And I try to go walk around. Right? I try to go and walk around office him. So never know where they must be careful. So what I'm saying, boom. Now I try to carry this course. I don't care what Sarah said to and do. We don't have a topical issue. Media for now. Let him come out. Let our preoccupation be Opota. The facts are there. We have come a long way in defending this case. If I tell you what I have, what the facts before me, believe me, which is also in the well of some people, so the leadership. If I tell you what is playing out around these gangsters, but I don't want to discuss it. I'm keeping it. I've documented everything. You are not going to. Let me just say that the young balloon today about 30% of what I have on my record. Because other ones will prejudice what I'm doing and what the effort to bring the onion up. So I don't want us to discuss it here until it comes out. Until it comes out. I won't send the other up here. You got off here. Well, for how wicked in the body. Who wicked our people? Our people are evil. I'm sorry to say this. Nobody evil. 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 That's why, because I'm evil, but I'm not the only can work on level now. Open our people, Bundi will be the Kandasa, among the borrow today. Woman, you're about my borrow today. Make I wonder how the president of this country, what happened? Within 1 week, Oyana, I have to do it. You said, I have Lalo now. You think you know just not just me to but say now I'm not stop talking about the Yoruba. Who told you that? It's something else already had. Why didn't they bring him in when the other government was in power? They didn't bring him in. They stopped him from bringing about in. They stopped him because after 3 years of prison. He's a free man. And the guy they can do also. When you do man Kanama no Kanama 2 months of that. So our people are not doing much. Have not done much so far. I know that some people are also don't want him to be out. I have no information. I'm the actual corporate. I'm going to no one down. So the most important thing at this point in time, I and you will be out. Oh, but I seriously, I had the buy pastor. I don't know what I'm doing. As the buy, that pastor. If you otherwise, tell me why I'm defending IPOB and their members in court. How can I kill this man? How can I kill this man? Just tell me. You will be answer. Oh, because when it's in our pocket, yeah, the SS in our pocket, yeah, never in our pocket, yeah, or talk about how million about or business, yeah. But how you want to talk? How can I kill this man? When an Azanji and Azana, when an Azana, I'll make business with him. Women and Azana, and Azana that ship, but I want this man to be killed. Have you seen me calling publicly out this man? Have not seen me. So that will tell you how wicked our people is. All our people will phobia. Mazi will not be there for more than a month of that. Are you aware that at some point in the course of this case, that some people went to see the former president of this country, Buhari, and he mentioned them and my name was among them. Are you aware? That's how I said it to you. My name was among them. And he fixed a timeline. We didn't want to have a meeting on this in Kanu. He fixed a timeline. That was when Bazukele.
Barrister, I'm not sure if you could. Is in Ijerifu, Onye Chubrach, or Sena, Yachorefugi, Outacham.
There was the time a delegate went to see Onyensi Alapla on Mazi and the Kanu's case, right? Before I let that delegation go, Wazike. They went there first time, Jereba second time. He now had a meeting with them and told them those who want to see. I went to see, I took Mbazike late. To Oyendumas and they had a meeting. We went to see him. He has his van dead. They have a discussion with him. That was then, you know when it happened. This man came here on a wheelchair from Abuja 2 times. Yeah? I was with him in a hotel. I have planned to get the meeting. They didn't come. They didn't come. They will be asked his long time. They didn't come. This one waiting for 3 days. Is this see them? No more grab this again. And that was the end. Unfortunately, some of them are one aketa. Supposed to meeting on the outside but I'm the outside. One of them flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Then that day, flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Nathaniel child for the meeting, and he told Onyeneba so the meeting. Say he go between. Where he came all the way from UK because of this meeting. That was Father Kasasi. You know, talk about that meeting. Come up with one. Ndi if you want to egbe nido na nke ya adoro gata onye ogu mmadu not oputa one ha work for okay say me. So if you are telling me that they didn't do much, hopefully Lord is on our side. I'm saying this for the first time to the debate start. I have a lot on my hands. I kept to myself, not competent. So the point is now I want to go into a discussion that will derail the purpose of what you are doing. No, happy for now. Happen knows some of this is not for now. You will hear everything from him and you will have a discussion with him. Who talk and involved and I'm there, I'll get involved. So let us focus on things that will bring him out. That's the most important thing now. Let us be doing things that will bring him out, and also focus too on making clarifications and activities of those who are actually competent. Well, that's very important too. I didn't watch in front of some of them now working with federal government and working with security agents. So working, clarifying, and telling them, Nnamdi have commando too. Because I can never sanction violence, by the state of can never sanction violence, and I am not part of it. And unfortunately, Unfortunately, as it is today, into Kameka and Bomalo, I remember the Jeep is the Jeep, the 7 person is. I don't know, express. I don't know, now, you know, now from the police. Yeah, when they see me, they'll stop me. Cut them off, man. On their camera, we're we're saying on Ozu. Ozu, I don't know, okay, my boy, the person on your yeah. After those of whom say, but wait. Okay, time of man, or sing the one. Then, 80 of them, they are doing Makana, the Kamakachuka. I showed my life. You ask me, how is it doing? When is it coming out? As man, you're working out, we're doing our best. 80% of them, we ask me, how is it doing? I'm telling you what I'm seeing on the road. In that travel, I just came back yesterday morning from East. In the little East. They will tell you, what are we here? What is it doing? Ndi ina afu, iya afu afo ni Igbo. Nka. Ekeleta ha ina agara onwe. Echi ni fu umu ekwensu edukwa anu zo jechi ha wada eme ha. Eme ha kwa ha aka. Na ha bu na ameruzu. Eme ka umu nwanne. Let's do other things. Let's discuss other things. Sorry about that. Just number 10 paralyzed.
Ndewo barrister. Dịka anyị siri wee ghọta anyị ma na ọ nwere oge asị na anyị nwa bụ IPOB na anyị bụ proscribere anyị and oge ahụ emechara ife ahụ enwere ka ngụnwa were okwu a weje na ọ dịka ọ bụ appeal court ka okwu ahụ nọ amarọ m ekpechaghị ekpecha mana ọ nweziri oge anyị nọkọtara ọ na-efarizi n'ikuku na ụlọ ikpe nke dị nọ n'Enugu na ụlọ ikpe nke ahụ zi ewepụla anyị ịdị proscribe ga anyị mmadụ dịka mụnwa ghọtara m ka amarọ agụrọ m lọọ mana ka m si wee ghọtatụ ihe dị na lọọ achọrọ m na dịka okwu anyị nọ na Supreme Court kịta na nke anyị na-eche n'ụbọchị 15th na enwere ka Federal High Court ga-esi nwee aka na ya dịka m si ghọta ihe lọọ mana m ga-achọ ka ịkọwatatara anyị maka na Igbo niile na-ege ntị IPOB niile na-ege ntị edi proscribe go IPOB n'ezie ekpegokwe n'ikpe nke nọ na appeal court biko ka ịkọwatatara ka anyị mara ka anyị si eje maka na nwere onye kwuru okwu ọ ndụ ka ikpe ndị ịkpọgasịrị afa na ewepụga afọ anyị. Ndewo.
Thank you, my man. God bless you. What I want to say about this is simple. Upon the prescription of IPOB by the federal government, that was on September 17th, 2017. I went to court to challenge it. We filed an application to set aside the other prescription of IPOB. Then, when the matter was heard on the merits, and the court dismissed the application, and we filed appeal before the Court of Appeal, Abuja, on the subject. So, the appeal was pending, apart from filing application for an appeal against that prescription, because the fact, now, there is a lay down guideline for prescribing an organization, which is contained in our law, stated in our law. These guidelines were not met by the requirements expected of the character of the activities of IPOB. They were not met. So, and remember also, now what propelled the actions taken at that position of IPOB, political position of IPOB, was the fact that when the government filed a charge against Mazi and Kanu, and part of the charge, now IPOB was referred to in that charge, 2017, as an unlawful organization. We also challenged the competence for that charge for the court, stating before the court, that's 2017, that the character of IPOB and activities of IPOB didn't fall within the definition of associations that are violent. Argument was canvassed by my humble self to that effect, and the court struck out that charge that has to do with declaring IPOB as a lawful organization. And instead of federal government going to appeal against that, against the they quickly went to trial to obtain an order, call it black market order, to try. So these are part of our argument before the Court of Appeal in challenging the prosecution. We also find a motion for stay of execution. Of course, our greatest concern in this country here is that politically, when you have this kind of cases, there must be interest and there must be influence, one way or the other. So not all judges have the temerity and the guts to dispense justice without fear. So, and it affected dates. But I struggle. I followed it up till the point the matter was slated for definite hearing. The time the matter was slated for definite hearing. That was when the parties were all domiciled with their notices. In the case that this matter is coming up on a certain date last year for definite hearing. And you know when a matter is heard by court, next thing will be judgment. So in between that period, one of the visits I conducted, Nnamdi mentioned to me that someone gave that a lawyer is coming in to file an application in the matter. I said, no, you know, Court of Appeal how it works. If you file an application in this matter, it may be explained as or probably construed as a delay tactics on our part. And since you know federal government has been doing this proceedings, and to go on. And they convinced him, the people that came to talk to him, convinced him that we're not abandoned the appeal. That was our appeal as coming. I told him it's coming up for the hearing. So you said you have been so wonderful. Since they want to make contribution and do that, it should come in. And I told him, please, if you have, since this matter has been adjourned for the hearing, and someone wants to file a process in this case I'm doing, which is coming up for hearing, with due respect, I will not be part of this case again. The person should go on. The person should do what? Should go on and conduct the proceedings, proceeding before the Court of Appeal. They went on, they filed several applications before the Court of Appeal. Till date, as I speak to you, there has never been any formal date on record given to them for another appeal to date. To date. There hasn't been any formal date given for another. I told you, please, with due respect to you and your person, I will not be part of this case again. Let them go on. And that's where we are today. So I don't want to talk more, discuss much about it. That's my level of the level of the way I'll stop. Then going forward, in relation to the matter that has to do with the judgment you're talking about, I read the judgment, I've read it in between lines, I've read the judgment. The state high court in Enugu never made such an order. That's number one. There's no order from state high court stating that IPOB has been recognized. That's not contained that order of the judgment of the court. I've read it in between lines. It's not there. So whosoever is telling you that there was the judgment of the trial, maybe state high court, they said that IPOB has been recognized, is not being honest. That's number one. Number two, judgment stated in its entirety that there are some other groups in the country that are also involved in one agitation or the other. That the manner in which IPOB was prescribed is irregular. He didn't say no. He didn't say that the other is that we hear. Even because clearly stated that he doesn't want to get involved in that because he was aware that there's a judgment, there's a matter, a live case on that subject before the Court of Appeal. So the court entertained other primarily matters that has to do with activities of the pronouncement by the South governors and all that. They didn't delve into the main meat of this. And of course, you know that when this matter is before the Court of Appeal, I don't think there's any competent court that will make pronouncement on the live case before the Court of Appeal. But I believe so, and I'm hopeful because I've done my own part. I believe what's before the Court of Appeal will sustain will sustain the appeal. But I don't think there's any fundamental amendment for the Court of Appeal. So that's my level of contribution to what you said. So I don't think unless one way to do for that.
So to layman understanding, IPOB have not been proscribed.
Not at all.
Not at all. Enwe ike so nwa no n'Igbo. Nwoke ike sikwa ya no n'Igbo ko si n'ọnụ gị pụta.
Ihe na-ekwu bụ na n'oge anyị na-eme okwu n'ụka na 2017 anyị nọ court. Na ndị obodo a tiri akwụkwọ na court. We see court na IPOB, one of the charges na court bụ na IPOB bụ ndị otu na-akpa aghara na ha dị ọlụ na ha na-akpa aghara na ha dị eme ọfụma na kọtụ ya kọtụ na onye mere dị otu na-akpa aghara so anyị ma tinye akwụkwọ kọtụ ya tụfuo ife ha na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọma ya ọ gara ọrụ eziokwu na IPOB obodo na-ekwu okwu maka inwere ha ka ọ dụrụ ndị Igbo ka ọ dụrụ ndị be anyị mma na okwu mmadụ ikwu okwu si na ọ chọrọ na gịnị na-anụ dị na nwunye si na ọ chọrọ ka ụnụ dị na nwunye abụrụ alụ ka ọ bụ kama nọọ right ya dị provided na akwụkwọ iwu nyere ikike ya kwuo na ọ chọrọ ọ sị na ọ ya anụzi na nwunye ya kwuo na ya anụzi just like etu nwoke na nwaanyị si eje kọt kwuo na ha anọchago like ihe a na-emekịta mmadụ nwee ike nụcha nwaanyị tata after 3 months dara anụ nwaanyị akwụkwọ nwaanyị enu akwụkwọ so after 3 months kwuo na ha anụchago agbafere ha jee na dọkasị akwụkwọ ha bidokwa live n'isi so this is what the law says. Law says you have the right to agitate. Law says you have the right to self-determination. So I could be fine. No need it. Because where so if I could run down where to for her government to see na the Canada as a journalist. To try to ara choba. So obodo for na if I can who down na court to for ha kwuru agbata abụcha ka obodo ha ka ọ bụ na si na je nweta ikike Ichukwu na IPOB na dị na-ebuto otu ọjọọ so si nweta ike ahụ konukọ mee ha sọ ha wee kwuo ya etu a anyị sokwa ha dịkwana ụlọ ikpe akwa kwa akwụkwọ kọt ahụ nya tupu maka kọt ọzọ ka anyị ga-esipụta so nya gbakọta anya tupu ihe ndị a na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọma ya na IPOB ara achọ ọgba aghara IPOB bụ otu na-achọ maka ọdịmma ndị be anyị na-ekwu na ife a na-eme ndị be anyị dọrọ mma Nnamdi Kanu na-achị na kọt ya tụfuo ha ndị obodo a kwuru na ọ dọrọ mma naghị iji kpọ ndị be anyị na paabụ ndị ori iji megide ndị be anyị kọt jụ wee anyị jewe apịl anyị nọzi na apịl na-ekpe chọọ ịma ịnweta deti na kọt apịl na apịarụ anyị etichego akwụkwọ kpụrụzie gọọmenti na gọọmenti na-eme na-adụchighị azụ maka a sị eme n'obodo a ha tinye akwụkwọ ikpe n'ikpe IPOB ma ikpe Nnamdi Kanu agbafere ha ijekwa kpọpụta ya ihe ejekwa kpọpụtakwa ebe ha na-abịa na alahụra kpọta ha nọ n'ikpe tupu ha abịa zaa ihe igbo maka ha gbaje kọt agbafere ha ọsọ so maka ịma na eziokwu azụ ha n'ọnụ so ndu na ikpe wee sị na-ekpezi ikpe a nwoke ya ekpe so akazi ka ekpe na-akpọrọzi ikpe a ndị otu m na ha na-eji afụ onye ndu wee sị na adịkwe si na do na ikpe na nwere etiri ikpe a ka ekpe ya ekpe etiri ikpe a naghị ekpe etigere na ekpe for deputy hearing na October 6th 2022 ka etiri ekpe ya ndị mara ha na-ejekọkwa ndị ọnọ nkịtị enwefe wee jekwu onye ndu si na nke afọ ya na ma hapụgo ikpe a na marakwa ekpezikwa ya na m hapụrụ ya ka na-akpọkọ ndị be anyị so mụ na onye ndu kwezi okwu onye ndu wesị na nwere akwụkwọ ndị a na-ekwu na eti na ndị achọ ka etinye na n'ihe anyị tinye n'ụlọ ikpe na Court of Appeal na etinye ka e wee kwụsị ịkpụ ndị na-akpụ ndị be anyị ife ndị ọzọ kwụsị onye ndu ọma ngwọ gọs na itinye ha n'akwụkwọ nke okwu a dịgoro otu a itinye ha n'akwụkwọ ka i wee mee ife ọdanya na ndị obodo anyị asị na ndị obodo anyị ndị kọtụ enyeghị ụdị etitere aka anyị anụzie n'otu so mana ebe ọnụọgụgụ ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ na naghị agbagha ya okwu n'onye anya ya nwe ji ya nwe mma onye obere ya rie so si na amaghị agbagha ya okwu na ihe dị n'ebe ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ ka ebe ya ka anụ ife ọ na-ekwu so ha tizie akwụkwọ tiji akwụkwọ dị ọtụtụ n'ebe ahụ akwụkwọ a ka etiziri ndị a kamgbe ahụ ha tiri akwụkwọ tata agbetebere okwu n'ụlọ ikpe tata ọgwa arọ agwụna anabakwa 2024 aya baka oge okwu n'ikpe so nye ife na ebe nsogbu mana a sị na onwe ihe m ga-emewu maka na ndị be anyị sị na nwata dịkara akpa ọya nwaanyị dịka ọ bụ ihe gburu ya ịghọtago so n'ọnya ihe mma akọwara ụnụ de nke ọzọ dị ka ibe maka ndị akwụkwọ si na Enugu steeti High Court ụlọ ikpe wee na-abịa anyị gụọ na ya ewetara m ya ngụọ maka akwụkwọ ahụ ụla mmụọ ka ọ bụ ma bụrụ na ụla mmụọ ka ọ bụ ihe ekwu n'akwụkwọ a dị so onye ekwu n'akwụkwọ ahụ dị agbagwojuru anya chachacha nọ ndị chọrọ iti ife ọdanya dị wee kọwa ihe kwuru n'akwụkwọ nwere akwụkwọ ewetara na Enugu kwu na ndị ha ndị gọọmenti na-ekwu si na IPOB na-eme nka na IPOB wu organization na ha bụrụzi no akwụkwọ Enugu ekwuru ya maka na o metụtasịrị ebe ndị ọzọ aka kwuo na etu o si achụwa ndị IPOB adịrọ mma etu o si eme ihe ha adịrọ mma na ọ maka na ndị Igbo etu o si eme ife ndị ọzọ adịrọ mma so n'ọnya anyị chọkwara ịkọwa ndị anyị ka ha rịpụta jesi echi ile na anyị na-egwu na chapters because ebe ha na mmadụ nwere ike pụtachi ike ọsọ ngwụpụta na ilo ndị agha chọrọ ha egbu egbe were gba ụsọ maazị banya ogwuru ụka dịkwa maka mgba ụsọ ihe na-agụ aka mba ụwa ha na-eme so ka echiselugoro ka emechaa nke arịba na kọtọbapụ emechaa ya Chineke ya gozi ije ahụ maka nwere ihe anyị merụ nwee ndị be anyị merụ na eji eji wee sị na ha bụ ndị nke abụrụ ndị nke ọzọ bikos na ọ ndị na-ekwu ka ọ dịrị ndị be anyị mma na ya chọrọzi ife anyị na-eme anyị so nwere ihe famịlị nwere ihe Nnamdi Kanu mere anyị ji wee sị na nke a mere nke a ma nke ọzọ so ọ bụrụ ihe dị na ya onye ka sị ka kọwa ndị be anyị ha bụje soro nya ahụ ka a na-eduwere oge agbapụtakwa na-eti mkpu nwere eme nke ọzọ so that's onye ka chọrọ nkọwara ha ọ ma na ha ghọtara ihe m kwuru dara nwanne m
ndewo barịsta ndewo ngwanụ anyị emepe igwe anyị maka ndị nọ na Zoom na ndị ọzọ ka anyị mara ndị nwere ajụjụ ọzọ na nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka ọ bụ na onye ahụ jụọ ọ bụrụ na ọ nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka asa ọ bụkwa nnọọ nke imetụgo aka agwa ya ka o jee gee ihe i kwuburu mana amarọ m ajụjụ anọ m n'ọnụ mana ka m jụpụ gị ya o nwere ihe ị nwere ikwu maka okwu ekperima ịma onye m na-ekwu ekperima bụ afa ya ịma ọ tekwa ụgbọ afọ gara aga nwe ka gị na ya si itinye ya n'ụlọ ikpe o nwere onye chee ka m mechie ya o nwere gị na ya jere ụlọ ikpe o nweziri nwere ike ikwu okwu ihe gbasara ya kịta ka ọ sị hapụ ya
ikpe bụ na ya ka nọ n'ikpe ọ na-aga n'ihe ọfụma onye ya nwere ike ikwu na ya mana ị mara nwanne m nke bụ eziokwu bụ na ihe afọ na aka mgbe ụdị aka nkwụsite maka onye ahụ bịkọz oge nchọpụtara ndị gbara ha na-achọ ebi soro okwu ndụkwukwu ebiga ntịbapịa ọrụkọ maka na onye ntagịrị nke ọzọ adịsa na-achọ efi sa na-achọ ndị na-achọ efi ịma bifọ na echekwa n'okwu ala ji ka a na-achọ efi gọtago ya ndị gbara ha na-ebibe oge mechara chọpụta na-agụ agbụrụ ha na-abụ a na-ekwu nka ndị nke ọzọ na-ekwu so si na anaghị ekwudo okwu onye ahụ ya na-eme ya ihe dị mkpa bụ na bikọs nkwu okwu ana m enye relevance when I discuss him, I give him relevance. So, and he watch you some time. When I get out, everybody over the stage of phone. So, because we are not some same person. So, because I'm darkness and light has no fitting point. And of course, you know I'm a child of grace. And when you fight a child of grace, you will be disgraced. You got to go. So, and also there's no competition in destiny. Here, I would put destiny. None of them now. So, Maraman take that glory. Maraman we. Mara it is. For possible. I don't think I'm going to go. So the point is that I don't address issues between me and him legally, and the matter is live in court. I'm serving processes and this we are on. So don't have anything response. So I choose not to mention his name because I know if I mention his name, it becomes relevant to him. And then so I will talk to discuss him on a level to understand what I'm talking about. So because just for reasons already profound, I don't think it's important to bring him to this topic. Thank you so much.
Ndewo otu isi wekwu ya ka nsi wee chọọ maka onye akpọrọ aha marago agaghị akpọkwa n'ihe afa ngwanụ Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị nọ na Zoom o nwere ajụjụ ị chọrọ ịjụ onye ọkaikpe anyị na ya nọ na-achị awa ito ọ kọchachachara anyị ife dị ya n'obi ịkwa ka anyị ghọta ajụkwana anyị ajụjụ ndị nke anyị nwegasịrị ebe a o nwere ike uche ofu onye adịghị ezu o nwere ike ngụnwa o nwekwara ife dịgasị anya gbasara ife anyị na-eme kịta ị chọrọ ịjụ m ga-achọ ọ na ịnọ na Zoom iwene aka enu o nwere onye nke na-ewene aka enu m ga-akpọbata gị ka ikwu okwu onwe ndị na-eme ekere anyị noise ebe a okay ngwa Mazi Agwụ Kanlụ iwere aka gị na-emego gị on mute ị na-afụ inweta ya ị nwere ajụjụ Mazi ị na-anụ m ị n'ebe ahụ?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ngwa gaa n'iru ị na-akụ n'Igbo ka n'Oyibo gaa n'iru.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Gaa n'iru.
Okay, thank you so much, our barrister. You have said all, but what I wanted to know is this. We saw some time ago, some few months ago, on a WhatsApp chat which exposes the fact that the infiltrator, the agent provocateur in Finland, is communicating with the lawyer, Aloy Jimako, and it is very clear that he has been an intermediary between the Ekperima and the politicians. And I want to know if our leader is aware of this particular fact, and still this man is still very close to the intimacy of what we are doing. That is my question. Thank you so much.
Ndewo. Barrister Ganiru.
Oh, thank you so much. The point is that, as I told you, the part is clear, and if I will during the introductory part of this, okay, I'll just say minutes ago that a lot of things are on the table. And we should know that Onyendo is also not strong health wise. And I am managing him the much I can, health wise, because I'm more concerned about things that will make him feel happy and things that will make him feel healthy. So I know this subject has been discussed with him effectively and comprehensively, and it's where it is. Because my one problem about this now, we do in a place we don't have access to some of these write-ups. So we don't have access to it except what they are finding in court. And mainly because of of course, Imoyen is a very careful guy and a very person who is very circumspect of things around him. What and what's going on. I've discussed that with him, and he doesn't have access to the documents in question, which has gone viral, and I know the implication of that document. But I told him in detail what it connects. So now when I discovered that Nandemon had at one of the book one, I was very more circumspect. To answer your question, yes, but he doesn't have the information. It's not within my power to insist. A particular person is stopped from saying it, so it's not within my powers. And of course, you should also know that when politics around the parliament and people who are saying a lot of things are going on. So, which I said, and what I was saying to the first day is just 30% of what I will say when they come out. So, but let me give you foundational bits for at least the ground information about what is happening around me, and also our level of involvement is our victories we're achieving so far, and also our dedication to the case, our commitment to ensure that all Biafrans and people, particularly people who are lawfully detained and arrested, will be released. So I will leave it at this point until when this I think.
Thank you, Barrister. Kam Bobata Mazi Onyeka Ekekwe. Mazi, you're on mute now. You can ask your question.
Okay. Dalu Barrister. Jisike no lo mani na lolo umu Igbo. Chineke no na Igbo ga na edugi maka na aka go docha. Ekwe n'isi gị bụ ọchịchị ọkụkọ nwada ngwongwo ọsọ ị ga na-eje na-abata Chineke ga na-agọzi gị. Barrister agwụ na one of the question nchọpụrụ njụ anyị isago onye ga-esi wee sa ya. Another question m nwere bụ ihe gbasara Kenya. O nwere any particular ikpe anyị nwere na Kenya, that is ndị otu anyị ndị IPOB nwere gbasara ife anyị na-eme na Kenya ma ọ na-ezugide onye ndu na Kenya. Ọ nwere nwere ike mgbatụla anyị aka n'ihe gbasara ikpe enwe na Kenya. Dalu.
They won't Mazi. How did you get by? Barrister.
Thank you. Mazi, the point is that when Chinedu was abducted, kidnapped in Kenya, as already admission to Nigeria, certain legal steps were taken was initiated, and which includes filing action against the Kenyan government and those involved in admission. So I'm not the one handling that case, and I'm not privy to information about the state of the case. But I know that I'm aware that I don't think anything useful is coming out from that case. So I don't think something positive has come out from that case. Or I can also confirm that the government has delivered. I can confirm that because I'm not part of the case. But I know a matter, and the civil suit was initiated against Kenya government and those involved in the process. So, but I can't confirm to you whether the matter has been disposed of or anything positive is coming out from the case. So, because I believe that matter, we stopped discussing that matter months ago, sure. So I don't think I'm not part of it. I can't give sufficient information about the update in the matter. But I know of the fact that the government has not been delivered, or unless the matter was dismissed, it's not impossible. As the dismissed, it's not possible.
The barrister. Ka anyị kpọbata onye nke afa gị bụ Denver TWE3. Ka ị jụọ ajụjụ gị.
Hello, Mazi. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ganiru.
Okay. Thank you, great people. Mazi, I made a mistake that I couldn't put my name there. Who is talking to you, or is the Biafran child watching? I greet you so much for the good work you are doing for the great people of Biafra. Of course, we know that you are not a member of IPOB, but we know that you love your people with your heart. Mazi, I just want to talk about Emeka Ofo, of course, the head of DOS, which is Mazi Shike Doziem, who is in charge on absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no dispute on that. And anything Mazi Shike Doziem says goes. Mazi, we heard Mazi Shike Doziem, and we heard him clear that anything that happens to you is Emeka Ofo. And we are saying it to every person in that contraption called Damnebu Zoo. Mazi, we know that we are still in the zoo. But for us, Nigeria is a zoo. We don't regard Nigeria as a nation. Nigeria is not a country. We know that. And we are telling Emeka Ofo that anything that happens to you, because he thinks that maybe he tied his life on Iroko tree. We know him. We know every of his Appian way. We know he's going and coming in. Anything that happens to you or your family, that is when Emeka Ofo we know that we know what we are doing. You know, we have been keeping quiet. The reason why we are keeping quiet, we know the reason why. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who meant good for his own people, are still there. They are not talking about how to listen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, we know that you're a lawyer. There are some things that you will say, and there are some things you are not going to say. A lawyer, Jimako, is a partner in crime. We say things the way it is. We are not here. We are not here to pamper people or use political correctness. A lawyer, Jimako, is a partner in crime. Hope or them don't want our leader to be out. We say things the way it is. The one they call Ifan waiting they call him the other one. He said that he's the plane of his friend. They used to brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, we haven't forgotten about all these things. We know, and we know the reason why we are piping low, because we want humanity to be free. Mazi, the question that I just want to ask, and I still want to thank you because Mazi, I so much love you because of what you are doing for us. You have been trying your best, and your best, there is no how we can use it to equate anybody in that contraption. But Mazi, I want to ask you this question. We heard last time that they brought a new son. My question now to you is Barrister Osakome, Mazi Osakome, is he still the lead counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That is my question, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I told you people before now that when, first of all, Onyendu's prerogative and constitutional right to engage as many lawyers as possible. So Onyendu can engage 100 lawyers to be part of him and choose no lawyers out of them that will defend him of the good prerogative. So when Chief Kanu Agabi was about to be drafted in as a lawyer in this case, Onyendu told that he wants him to be mentioned to me, though late, a few days before the matter state from hearing before the Supreme Court. However, Mazi Chief Kanu Agabi said he will never appear in court because he's mainly coming to appear in court. I want to get this part clear. However, let me clarify this before we proceed. First of all, this appeal rose from the decision of prior court, which struck out 8 counts, remaining 7 counts charge. Then when we are not satisfied with the fact that 7 counts charge was still remaining, we proceeded to Court of Appeal, heavily led by Professor Michael Zekobese, to challenge the remaining 7 count charge. And before the Court of Appeal, the appeal was unanimously allowed, and judgment delivered on 13th of October 2022, wherein the Learned Justice Court of Appeal declared the detention and arrest of Onyendu Mazi illegal and unconstitutional, and further directed the federal government to release him unconditionally, and proceeded to direct that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot face any further indictment or be tried in any court before in Nigerian court for gross violation of his right. So then the federal government appealed against that decision of the Court of Appeal. We also settled we followed it up, because when the appeal against that went to the Court of Appeal, they went to state, as I earlier mentioned. We also followed it up to ensure that records were transmitted to the Supreme Court, and when after transmission of records, timeline within which for them to file a respondent appellate brief in line with the practice direction of the High Court of Supreme Court announced, they didn't file any process. We filed an application to get the appeal dismissed. It was at that point we discovered that a few days after filing the application to dismiss the appeal against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against the short of appeal, that the federal government filed the appellate brief out of time along with the motion for time extension, and didn't serve us. So we quickly filed application for CTC of that same process they filed, obtain it. Then responded to what they filed. This process we are filed before the Court of Appeal was being filed under the supervision, scrutiny, and able leadership of Professor Michael Zekobese. Is one signing, one going through it, one vetting it, one authorizing filing as lead counsel. So I remember the entire processes for the Supreme Court, during which some applications were also disposed of, some were thrown out before a date was taken for different hearing of that appeal before the Supreme Court. At that point, the matter was adjourned for different hearing. I want the Biafra to listen carefully. The entire processes for the matter has been exchanged and filed. So it's not coming for the hearing of those applications filed and signed by Professor Michael Zekobese as the counsel. So the fact that Onyendu decided to bring in Chief Michael Agabi does not affect or change the character of the case or change the fact that Zekobese was the counsel. So, and that was why Chief Agabi said he will not go to court to that scene of Zekobese and me. He said he will not go to court. Despite the fact that Onyendu has briefed him to come and be with us in court, he said no, he can't go. He can't be in court without seeing us. Then the meeting was scheduled, and we attended the meeting with him. We had a meeting, a very wonderful discussion with him. He's a very nice man. I must commend him. Very respectable elder statesman. So we had a meeting, and he said, "No, Ejiofor." I said, "Professor Kome, let me say this to you. You have been my friend for so many years, and I hold you in high esteem as a very intelligent and educated professor of law and very senior advocate of Nigeria. Please, I was grieved to be in court with you people, but I'm not going to be in that court without you saying, Chief, can you come and be there, because you have been in this case, and it's a mark of respect." So, and the purpose for which she was wrapped in is clear. So it's something I will not mention here because what is on private, privileged discussion between client and lawyer. So I can't discuss it here. So he came in there, and on that day, it's because he has to also announce appearance because he's the most senior lawyer who is in court with us at that day. So, and that has not changed the character of that case. I want you to understand. And his coming in does not entail any form of amendment in that process will file, which were done for hearing on that day. He just stood up and announced appearance. I was come and took up the case and counsel and addressed the court, and he adopted abuse, argued extensively, directly, and the matter was adjourned for judgment. So I don't think we'll have problem with him coming into the matter, except those who has been scheming to bring in confusion between the two lawyers. But unknown to them that these guys have known each other for so many years. So I'm not part of the point that he has a reason why Onyendu brought him in, and that reason is known between them. So, and he's coming to court on that day. I don't think has affected the character of the case so far. I would be very honest with you. So, and I don't think he has done anything to any of us that will warrant any attack on him. I don't think so. So, and as I had mentioned earlier, it's Onyendu's prerogative to bring legal rights to bring in lawyers and expand his legal team. I don't think I have a problem with that. So now the matter has been concluded in Supreme Court. Today is coming up for judgment on 15th of December 2015 is 23. The judgment will be delivered, and that will be the end of the case. So if there's anything Onyendu wants Zekome to do for him, he will now give a fresh brief. Or wants Agadi to do for him, he will also give a fresh brief. So this is how it works. I don't think there's any problem or probably any confusion about it, or is coming in to take over the case of this cancel or no cancel. It's not important because the matter has been concluded before he came in and announced appearance first. The matter has been concluded. We obtained briefs. We have replied to their briefs, and also they filed their own respondent paper, their reply book too. So I don't think we have a problem with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister. Okwa nghọta na ịsa gwa ajụjụ ọfụma. Nwerekwa na onye weriziri aka enu. I believe ife niile ikwu dabara ọfụma. O dochara ndị be anyị anya. Nwezi ajụjụ ọzọ. M ga-achọzi ka anyị chịkọtaba ihe niile. O nweburu okwu isi ekwu ihe gbasara religion. Ọ ga-adịkwa mma na etinye maka na itinye ọnụ. Ọ ga-adịkwa mma na onye ndu nwere idea maka na ife na-emezi kịta. Ọ na-achọ ịpụ imi n'ala Igbo. Me agba ya nkịtị. Igbo amara ihe. Akwụghị na anyị nwanwe Igbo dịka ikwuru. Anyị ama ihe iberibe anyị ka nka. Before you know it na nwanne were ihe ka ọkụgbuo nwanne ya. Sa na-eme mkperechi. O nwezikwa ihe nwere ikwu na ya gị kụzie anyị wee chịkọta.
Just a word of an advice. A kind of, bro, no, I'm not here to condemn anybody. Or an advice because the advice now. Onye nke onye na-agba egwu aghala ọkụiko a na-akịa. Onwere ebe egburu aja ngwere adọrọ, but it's affecting, I believe, is causing a lot of distraction to our people. I know today, ndị be anyị na-achọrọ ha na Lagos. Na-akụrụ isi ụlọ ha. They are not receiving much attention from them. I know today, by some places have been taken over by criminals. I don't think I can call. Yesterday, I came on my friend, from Natawa Chief, who believe in us, living good global will feel for the opportunity no yesterday bank account we issues marvelous for me and you. But when I jump with your phone, my religion. You know, one the Bible now. My father died at the age of 99. And he died a traditionalist. My father Amuro as a traditionalist. I buried my father 2012. After my father 3 days, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2021, my father. And as of today, Umubu Akumuzo in the Anambra State to accuse my father there. Let's do our job. Umubu Akumuzo in the Anambra State, I follow. Go to Ataya and accuse my father. I can challenge anybody. It's one that's for my father. So this come for my father. Okay. We don't want to know what about accuse my father. So I'm a sign of situation. Here na young people are become. Onye joke a face who in nature. Obuno women like you know face over and you can see many friends today. Name women and attack. I'm not very close. No one kata. Bishops, I have a lot of people. Bishops, kata. So the point is that now, in Kenya, me face here, have Mr. A, other than everything. All you do can could queen and when the old and another going to make how business couldn't there. You need to mean was on the because but then I go. Oh no, you never come and let me know and I go, bro. I don't want to encourage the situation whereby somebody will come out from you and I mean. Now only in Canada, but I tell you, you can do what you are doing without mentioning people's name. You know, women, I can do what you are doing without mentioning people's name. I can tell you this, let me say this publicly. At a point, the women in Anambra State came to visit me. I sat them down in my house and I advised them. Musi and my father, my uncle Melomena and Orif them. The whole world. My father died a traditionalist. Nobody home never can die well. No, only the moment and quite long when you go for life, honey. You can be doing what you are doing. And some car drama can happen like you. In Canada, so this is a made to I'm not a million the melon. Because see, I only kind of only because they have plans contact on the band head also. The way they joke up, we only one of money with a matter 1,000 or 5,000. Now, go to get a car of Sunday month. You can work into Andada, we work into Andada, here now go the other two. We didn't cause up, you see, never can get them off. I try to cover something tonight, happy hand and engage in you will power. If you made us Mando, Commande, the woman, we will never come Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, man, work against it. If you are using that, you are devoting that time to your Passaria, by now, the whole Ghanaian, and the Mariana, and you will not start it there. Oh, no, we have Joe Melombo Kanu wage the whole one of the packet. Time I Jan or Guan, and I know go can I hear an event visited. They will never come on the workage. They start to over what could I start one day, but I already up on the buy. One up on the buy. Umakama Jaw, Kumarajo. But I'm not the kind of put here. I have to go. So what time I didn't make that? They will tell you Kumakama on workage. Oh, yeah, very important to everybody. But it's very important to us. And they put that and they buying only angry everywhere. So you know, this is the way of advice. So see what I can embrace with it. See now you can no weapons. Okay, there's no woman. That's no donka. You can be doing those things now. Okay, na kono camera without a estimation of them. So all way of advice can I because yesterday can do some friend do my go them one day yesterday one day now I don't think it's tidy. I don't think it's proper. So all advice in the come on I against them. Thank you so much. One was I don't want to condemn. I don't condemn on the governor. We don't know it's freedom of religion say right. They consider right. It's all gate to here the benefit. They bully our Capasalo. It's all never care the point of where I like right stop and technical of you. I'm on a job. I first only one night will attack you. That's most important thing now. First year so that by Friday I apply. We are not just week. Thank you so much and God bless all of you. Thank you for having me in this platform.
Ndewo, thank you very much, Barrister. Ngwani Igbo ọma na-ege ntị ụmụnna ụnụ anụgo anyị ga-achịkọta n'ebe a. Ọ bụ na Radio Biafra nwanne anyị onye nke anyị onye ọkaikpe anyị onye na-ejikwa afụ onye ndu anyị ọ na-afe ya anya ka okwu ya na ekwu okwu ọya nwa nọnyere anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa ife abụ ofu afọ anyị na ya kpakọrịtakwa nkata n'afọ gara aga. Anyị na-emekwa taa Barrister anyị na-asị gị jide nke ije egwu atụ na gị ma ndị ọjọọ na-eme efefa na-eme IPOB kwụ gị n'azụ. O nwerekwana ndị karịrị anyị n'ala Igbo kịta ofu nkwa m ga-ekwe gị. O nwere ndị karịrị anyị ihe ha ji wee ego ha nwekwana ebe oyi dije ha ego enwe anyị kwụ gị na akụzi kwụsị gị ike maka ị na-arụ n'anya ezigbo ọrụ. Ya bụrụ ọgọdụ ụmụnne anyị na-eje na-akpọpụta akpọrọ ha kpochie ndị zuru akụkọ nke ama ị na-ejeche nwere bi na-anaghị etinye sọsọ ya godu sọsọ ya alone na-enye anyị obi aṅụrị. Anyị kwụ gị n'azụ dịka HOD Maazị Chike Doziem si wee kwuo na anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Onye asịzi na ya pụta mee, mana anyị mana nwere ife ọya ma nwekwa ife ya eme gị. Chukwu okike abịa ma nọnyere gị, ọ ya na-edu gị na-eche gị mgbe niile. Ndewo barista. Ndewo.
God bless you. Ụmụ Chineke na-arụrụ Chukwu gọzie unu for having me in this platform. I dị very obi m aṅụrị. And ịfụ mkparịta ụka mụrụ mkparịta adịghị m believe to this level extent. And oge ọkpọka m ume ị ga-akwa n'ihu ihe anyị na-eme maka na ịmara ndị baịs kwa ihe na-agwụ na anakwa okwu onye olu azụ ọkwa olu ka na-aja azụ. So na anyị ga na-aga n'iru Chineke agọzie ọnọdụ anyị gọzie onye ọbụla ma na ndị aka ji aka ya rapụta Chineke eme ebere Chukwu ya aka Chukwu because ihe a na-eme abụrụ ihe mkpọkọ na ma gwa ndị mmadụ ka ọ mara ihe eji aka ọcha eme ịghọta ụgwọrọkwa nke ịfụ m na-alụ ọrụ nwekwa onye na-eme ego tutu m bidoro ọrụ ndị ya pi ndị biba ndị apị onwere onye nwa nara si na na-akwụ ụgwọ n'ọgwụ aka a na-akwụ ụgwọ na-eje mara onye product money. But I spend almost every month of 1,000 every week. He just sponsor one kind of content. But I'm not complaining. So here now, because Chukwu has the work paying me back. And God is paying me back. Because I run a very efficient practice. Even big office, I have done it. And I won cases. I win my cases everywhere and they get caught. So I'm nobody can come out Chukwu there. So here now, you know, man, the lawyer say about the park. How about me? How you had a mellow? Had a mellow? I had a mellow the die. Go ahead and attack it as not in 1 billion, 100 million. So thank you very much and love. And God bless the US. Bless Chike Doziem. Bless the receiving. As a matter of fact, as I've said it before, open up the kind of wisdom that guy needs and the also needs. Believe me by now, I can't go that cat. I took good jack, Jagossi. Who's that guy who goes on about Gossip on there? So you can look better. Not the kind of I have to around. Onafu is no quality. True. That's all you also put your guana near Nana. They make a course black with this year on our fair. So, come 15th of December 2023. Only the Mazi and Kanu will be free. Thank you and God bless you and have a wonderful Sunday and week ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anything to undergo comprehensive medical examination. So, and also they recommended some drugs and everything, which I will not be able to mention at this point. So, those far-reaching medical investigations to be conducted didn't take place immediately because you know one thing about we and the SSS, when recommendations is made, you write them, notify them. It takes weeks before they will start doing those tasks, complying. So, or probably calling them out before they will start complying. So, the later medical investigation was conducted. I was about a month ago. So, and I was in any of this process exercise. I used to be part of it because he insisted I must always be available to ensure to witness and see what was being done. So, we visited about 2 different medical facilities where this examination took place. Though they told me when I asked questions of them that some of these results has to be taken overseas and it will take about 2 weeks before it will be ready and made available to him. However, when I raised when it became obvious to me that this is not coming out as we expected or as I was told, so I issued a statement. That was a statement I issued last week. So, and part of the concerns I raised in that statement was the fact, the delay in making these findings available to Mazi Nnamdi. So I can also undergo the recommendations contained therein. So probably for 8 hours after raising that concerns, I got a call from from his doctors that the medical reports is available. So, and that communication has also been filed before the SSS. So anyone from now will be meeting with him to discuss the findings and other solutions available. And probably after that meeting, I also make available, also inform the world and also Muchineke the extent of what we have done and what is being discussed or what solutions are agreed upon. So as far as the medical issue is concerned, so this is where we are now as regards to his medical condition. And hopefully I'll see him any moment from this time. So I will not be able to mention date and time. But as soon as I finish meeting with him, I'll make it available to the world about the outcome of that meeting. Thank you so much. And God bless you.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you for that clarification, which means is a medical health condition is improving. It's not maybe deteriorating as it was before. I think that is what I will get from there. But he still needs more attention medically. I don't know if I'm right.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. Okay, let's take another question, Barrister. Barrister, I hope you can hear me.
I'm hearing you very loud and clear.
All right. All right. Okay, let's come to the D-Day now regarding the issue, on 15th of this month, which is the Supreme Court ruling. We know that you have passed through tough time, and a lot of things has happened in defending our leader, Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, and the IPOB. This is your right as a legal practitioner in Nigeria, but we understand what is behind it. What is the expectation? What is the expectation? What is the expectation will it be regarding that day on the judgment? What do you, by the Biafrans, what are we going to see? What do you think is what we are going to, what is our expectation on that day?
Okay, thank you. It's very unfortunate that we operate a system where people are asking questions of this nation. We operate a system where people are begging an arm of government to respect court orders and also to do the needful. It's important at this point in time to make this clear. So I've repeatedly said it in some of my press releases and interviews granted to mainstream media in Nigeria. But I wish I was speaking in a very low manner so people understand what I'm saying. As very unfortunate as it is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is first of its kind in this country, where a court of superior decision, in this case, Court of Appeal, Intermediate Court of Records, delivered a judgment and directed for a citizen to be released unconditionally, one, for there to be no further trial on any form of indictment concerning that citizen, for there to be no further detention concerning that citizen. Then the government went on appeal. Without going into the merit or otherwise of the appeal, this has never happened before since the history of my practice of as a lawyer in this country. As a matter of fact, there's no legal jurisprudence, there's no legal decision, there's no deciding authority that authorizes a state to appeal, to file appeal of this nation. Because the law is right and clear. When a citizen who is being prosecuted or who is being, prosecuted on a criminal matter is discharged in the circumstance in which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged, amounting to acquittal, the person will naturally, assuming the person was in court on the day the pronouncement was made by the court, walk free from that court without being interrupted, intercepted, or arrested by anybody, sent to his house. This is the system. This is how it operates. I've never seen where a court will say, we decide that someone has no case to answer, or someone is discharged and acquitted, then the person, a government prosecuting, will appeal. And on top of that, continue to detain the person. It hasn't happened. Now, a charge was brought against him before the Federal High Court. On application led by Professor Michael Zeko's team, The court struck out 8-count charge out of the 15-count charge. Unsatisfied with many counts, an appeal was filed against the many 7-count charge. Federal government responded. The appeal was argued on the merits, and the court upheld our appeal and consequently struck out the many 7-count charge. The court did not only struck out the many count charge, the court discharged Nnamdi Kanu of any further indictment. Even after striking another 7-count charge, the court proceeded to rule to direct the federal government to release him unconditionally. The court further proceeded to direct the federal government not to entertain, not to file any charge or indictment against Mazi in any court in Nigeria. Ordinarily, what's expected in the circumstance is for the federal government to comply with the order of the court. Without further ado, but it's important for me to also mention that when this was going on, when that judgment was delivered, the federal government took 2 far-reaching steps to circumvent the judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. One, on that day, the judgment was delivered, being 13th of October, 2022. The federal government went to State Court, Federal High Court, and filed a fresh charge against Mazi. And when this fresh charge was filed against him, it was given to the press to announce in their usual manner, and it was widely published. We are not served with this charge. Now, 2, they filed an application to stay execution of judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. So, on the following day, when the matter was slated for report of the outcome of the proceeding before the Court of Appeal, the following week, we went to court. Then the court was also giving the judgment of the Court of Appeal that said, you should not be tried before any court. You should not be further detained. It should be released unconditionally. Then the court said, I don't have jurisdiction to detain the charge. Okay, let us have the charge. They didn't serve the charge. And the court consequently struck out that fresh charge they filed against him. That's number 1. Number 2, they filed an application to stay the execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. And I've mentioned it here. I've said it in several forums. I've also said it in various Nigerian media houses. That there's no legal authority, both statutory laws or case laws, that authorize the staying execution of a judgment that's discharged and in the circumstance of that judgment acquitted a series of crimes indictment against him. This an application to stay the execution of the judgment was purely predicated on civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. Civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. No criminal provision, because what we're talking about is criminal proceedings before the Court of Appeal. And court sitting presided over by a different panel this time around, granted this unprecedented order. Staying the execution of the Court of Appeal. We then proceeded. The appeal against the Court of Appeal. Then on a different panel, now before a different panel, the court granted the order, staying the execution of the Court of Appeal. Now, when this was done, the federal government went to sleep. They practically abandoned the appeal before the Supreme Court. They didn't file the appellate brief within the time specified by the same court. That court that granted order had a time limit within which the federal government is to file the appellate brief and transmit record. They didn't file the appellate brief. As a matter of fact, the transmit of records to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting, because they abandoned everything and left. Because what their intention is to keep Nnamdi Kanu to pursue extension before the NSSS. The compilation of the record of the Court of Appeal to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting. They didn't file appellate brief within the time stated in the ruling delivered by the certified full copy. In fact, as a matter of fact, as sounds today before the government coming up next week, our government didn't serve us the appellate brief the first file. They didn't serve us that process because we got it via an application for certified true copy to the Ministry of the Supreme Court before we were able to be given a copy of what they filed. And we responded. All this we articulated in before the Supreme Court, and is exhaustively argued by Professor Michael Sekome during the address. So, when the matter came up for hearing, we have a lot of applications, so many applications before the Supreme Court. One for transfer to a correctional center pending determination of the appeal. 2, bail. 3, for medical, for medical, for doctors just to see him. So this application, in line with the extant rules of the court and practice, we are all disposed of. Then, and also an application for extension of time to file their appellate, which they file out of time, and also an application to regularize what they file. So on that day, they also came up with another application, which was served on us a day before the date set for the hearing. What's this application about? Application to amend their grounds of appeal, and also to deem the grounds of appeal amended as properly filed as filed. When we look at this application before the court, let us take Professor Michael Zekome also. After we put our heads together, we understand that the essence of what they're doing is to buy time. It's to buy time because there was no difference between what they filed before and what they're asking the court to amend for this, or what they're seeking court to amend. It's just to buy time. And we said, no problem. Go on. We're not opposing. Go on. We're not opposing the application. So we can be able to put in our response, amend our response to accommodate what them, to reflect our direct response to what is filed. So that was done, and the matter was adjourned for hearing. On the date he came up for hearing, they told the court that they were unable to respond to our reply brief, despite the fact that they have sufficient time to do that. Even while coming to court, they came with a draft copy of what they have. Let us say Professor Michael Zekome, all the court allowed them a standard to enable them filing, to file what they have in court. They said, no, even if a standard is granted, they cannot be able to file on this process. They want to time. So the matter was adjourned for this hearing. Unfortunately, the matter came up, it will come up for this hearing. The court was on vacation. The court was subsequently adjourned for hearing. And as God may have it, has been had awaiting judgment. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that in a system where there is respect for rule of law, where rule of law is supreme, I don't think we'll have any business before the Supreme Court in the first place, whatever. I don't think the federal government have any business going to Supreme Court to challenge the decision of the Court of Appeal without releasing Mazi Nnamdi. So these are concurrent findings from Federal High Court to Court of Appeal. And incidentally, judgment of the Court of Appeal is a unanimous judgment by the 3 judges of the Court of Appeal. Unanimous judgment delivered by 3 justices that sat on the matter. I know how difficult it is to have done it. A judgment first of all delivered by Federal High Court, also upheld and further 2 judgments delivered by 2 panel of judges of the Court of Appeal. So, what we are urging the federal government and the Supreme Court to do is simple. We are there on law. Appeal has been filed. Decision be given on law. We don't want any form of political influence or the other. And I believe most strongly that the Supreme Court will do justice to the judgment of judgment coming up on Friday next week. My expectation, I don't think I've lost confidence in judiciary. I don't think so. Some people are insinuating the otherwise, but I don't think so. Because if I've lost confidence in judiciary, I don't think that I'll sponsor a child, my first child, who's reading law today in university. I won't ask her to go and read law. I'll ask her to go and read other courses. But I believe I have some hope and some confidence in the parent that sat on this matter. And I believe that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu today is being detained unconditionally, unconstitutionally, illegally, and in gross violation of his extant rights as contained in the Constitution. So I don't think that my justice of the Supreme Court will look other way when the law speak otherwise. I have so much confidence in them, and I believe that justice will serve come 15th of December 2023. And I want to urge every one of us to remain steadfast and calm, believing that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu has suffered. He has been tortured, emotionally and otherwise. Today, I don't want to go into sentiment, because if I say the same of what you're saying, if Nnamdi Kanu is from the north, this will not be happening. If it's from the south, this thing will not be happening. We have seen cases where someone was arrested in another state, another country, and upon the assumption of office by the president of this country today, 2 months after, he was released. And today he's agitating for Yoruba nation. Today he's asking for that. So I'm released. So if I say I may not be faulted if I'm to say that Nnamdi Kanu is being detained today because an Igbo man. Simple. I don't want to whip us, but that has to be said. I may not be faulted to say that he's being detained, being tortured, being kept in the worst form, being exposed to all forms of human degradation while he's being detained, because of an Igbo man. I may not be faulted. Because the facts are there. So what I'm urging the federal government, what I'm urging the judicial, I don't want to believe that the executive will have influence over the judgment of 15th of December. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe most strongly that my confidence on the judiciary and my knowledge of the Supreme Court remain unshaken and strong. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Barrister. Let me ask you this question also regarding your experiences so far and what you have passing through, and presently, do you have any visible threat? Is there any threat since all these things are going on, and the experience you have experienced regarding the threats? Do you have anything to tell us, mostly on threat, threatening your life? Are you free? Are you free like other lawyers, practicing your field in the zoo in Nigeria?
Thank you, my brother. I believe this is a very important platform and a veritable platform too, indeed, to state to give a chronology of my participation and involvement in this case so far. So Biafrans who have been asking me questions, please, we need you to give us account of your involvement in the case, how far you have gone, how do you come into this case? First of all, I want Biafran to know this fact, because I'm going to be kind of more detailed and comprehensive in my analysis, because I don't think I've been able to say this thing before or formally in any public forum, but it's important for how we started, an overview of how we started to be given facts. Why? Because I'm involved, and how I got involved, and how far I've gone since then. To that end, I want to state that I came into this matter in 2015. 2015 was when I came into this matter. And I was not consulted. I was not consulted immediately. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested from Lagos. Arrested in Lagos and brought Abuja. I was not consulted. But usually I have a practice then, that the practice has also remained regular. That before, at the end of every annual vacation, I usually conduct proceedings by going to prison or the police to get some people who have been unlawfully detained, and also handle their matter and get them out without collecting 1 naira or the other. So I have this person they call Samuel White. He was detained at the first CID Abuja here for almost 8 years. So during such visit, I met him, and he gave me account of what happened, told me the facts of his case and how they kept him here they brought him from Kefi, detained him at the Kefi police headquarters before bringing him back to OCID here. So I immediately contacted the people who are handling the matter, and also they refused to grant him bail. So I filed an application before Abuja High Court here for his fundamental right enforcement. Then he was, when upon being served with processor file in his court, in Abuja High Court, the police transferred him immediately to Kefi prison and slammed him with charge that borders on kidnapping, armed robbery, and all whatnot, because police know how to fabricate and file, come up with the revolver charges once they want to detain someone. So I followed them to Kefi, where that charge was filed. And because then they were transferred in. Upon the filing of the charge, they transferred him back to Kefi, and he was detained at the Kefi prison. So I followed them. I filed an application to challenge the competency of the child and everything. So the application was hard. On the day judgment was delivered, I was in court personally to listen to Alice to take the judgment, along with two of my staff. Judgment was delivered, and Samuel White was released. That is short and long story of it. Before I leave the court, he came to me. That paper is still with me today because in the course of time I'll do a note on this case because of time. Those that are not to be known by the public actually. So he gave me a scribbled out something. Someone wrote something and gave him. And the guy is from Plateau State. His name is Balafutu. Balafutu told him to ask him that he dreamt in the night before they came to court that first of all, he will release on that morning. Two, that I'm the one to bring him out. And I asked my junior that came along with me. I said, let us go to see this guy. They said the story is too much. I said, no, let's go and see him. So they now followed me to his prison. Where I was there waiting for my turn to be called upon to come and see him, I saw persons who are members of IPOB. They told me about what happened in Wuse 2, where Nnamdi Kanu was when he was brought to court, and how police arrested over 120 persons that came from the east, to show solidarity with him. And many of them were detained in prison custody there, Kefi, and some women among them were detained elsewhere. So I said, please, can I help you? I said, why? Well, I don't know for our people. I said, don't worry, I've been doing it for other people. Don't worry, I'm going to get the job. So in the course of that discussion, they called me to come and see Balafutu. I left them. So I after meeting with Balafutu, I left. Balafutu was detained in prison for 13 years without trial. So, but he has been released for the past, almost 3 years ago. Has gone. The left. I'm done with the case, actually. So I also did it pro bono. So I was unable to exchange numbers with these guys, and I left. So on my way, I was unable to get this guy's number. How can I contact them? Well, I need to go back to prison to get this information. So we were just discussing this, approaching AYA in Abuja here. My phone rang. Because when you want to visit someone in prison custody, you need to give them your particulars, your name, your phone numbers, and all. So when this guy came out, they looked for my phone numbers and got it and called me. I said, hey, thank God. People should proceed to my office immediately. Let's do something about this. So the long and short story was that 2 days after, I appeared for this person. In a chat number CR132/2015 between Commissioner of Police versus Abo Moses and 120 others. That's the name of the case. So 120 others means that those that were affected by being detained were 120 persons to Biafra. They brought them on a 2 Black Maria vehicle. So that morning, so I was in court. Their case was mentioned. My submission lasted for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours yesterday. So for the matter to be struck out and for them to be decided and struck out. So and the person appearing for the police responded. The court rules for about 30 minutes to come back and deliver it. There, the court discharged them and struck out the charge, and all of them left. I never collected 1 naira from anybody on this. Then, when out of course, with election and all whatnot, I left my office. Mazi, Kanu's in-law, also came to my office to thank me and all other persons. Thank me for what happened. So I was there when his phone rang in my office. Then I said, hold on. I said, who is the person? I say, Mazi's wife want to speak with me. That's a lot of Kanu, Excellency. So I said, okay, let me talk. I can remember what he said. He said, Barrister, how are you? I said, fine. I said, Madam, good morning, good afternoon. So after saying those things, I said, Barrister, I want to tell you something. I said, what happened? He said, Barrister, I want to tell you, good afternoon, I want to tell you today that you are the one who's going to bring out my husband from detention. You are going to get involved in this case. I said, which case? He said, the main case before the Federal High Court. You are the one to bring out my husband from detention. Move him now and bring him out. I look at the in-law. I said, okay, madam, no problem. I will do my best. Then, before proceeding, actually, I had told my client, told Nnamdi Kanu to warn his brothers never to mention my name on a platform before now. Now, as I speak to you now, I said, because any day they will mention my name in platforms, I'll mention their names. So to tell them to desist from mentioning my names in any social media platforms. Because I know they are creating a lot of problems for me. I know what they are doing against me at my back. And I've been telling him all those stuff. So, but I wouldn't want a situation whereby any of them will mention my name on any social media platform. I told him to tell them to warn them to stay away from me. So, then I've not, for the first time, met with Nnamdi Kanu. Not seen him. I've not even been in that court. I asked the father-in-law, what are we going to do now? I said, I've not seen this charge. Because I need to see the charge to file appeal for his bail. So he will rush to the court, get a copy of the charge, and brought to me. So I prepared an application for his bail. Very well digital application for his bail. As soon as I got involved in this case, Kinsley started sponsoring all forms of defamatory publications against me. Threats of all kinds. He also released my phone number on radios. People were calling, threatening me. Tagging me, they tagged me, about what I have come to poison Nnamdi Kanu.
Barrister, sorry. If I may direct a bit, this one you are saying involving Kinsley, is it 2015 when Nnamdi was first arrested in Lagos?
Yes.
Was it then or this present one? Then
I started from the beginning for you to understand the prejudice I've suffered so far in this case. I'm just giving clear account of what I've suffered.
All right,
and where I am to where we are to.
Go ahead. I just
want to. That was 2015. So he released my numbers on Radio Biafra and those other places who were calling me on phone, threatening that I'm going to kill me. That I'm saboteur. I told madam at some point. I said no, that I am tired. Even now, people were expressing concern. That I said, you follow this case. So nobody will kill you. I said, I don't know. But madam was insistent. They also went as far as sponsoring publication before Nigerian print medias, calling Nnamdi Kanu's names, unprintable names, on social media, that this and that. And it took her personally written letters, 1, 2, power of attorney, for me to be involved. 2, before she can even publish anything on radio, on social media, on print media, they demanded from her that she indemnify them against what she's publishing, what they're publishing, and she signed them. So, and that letter, those letters, and the handwritten letter she wrote, she insisted that he wants me, or the father-in-law, to show it to her husband. Anyway, he's coming to court. That once her husband sees that letter, that the rest will be story. And that was what happened. That was really what happened. But at the time we are talking about this now, the then lawyer who was involved in the matter, and also the siblings, we are telling the world that Nnamdi Kanu was perfectly well, that is doing well, being well fed and all whatnot. When unknown to them, that Nnamdi Kanu was bleeding from the nose at the point he was detained at the SS custody. Was bleeding at the point he was detained at the SS custody. So, and he was able to see him only once. The lawyer and the father was able to see him once. When you come out and tell the world that he was doing well, that he's doing well fed, drinking good water, and sleeping well and waking up well. So, but I don't want to go into that. So, and eventually we came into this matter. When Nnamdi saw the letter, the handwritten letter from the wife, and I asked me in court, are you a job? I said, yes, job. Look at me and said, job. Oh, yeah, you're part of this case. Call the other person. You don't call him. And that's when the entire problem started. That was when the entire problem started. Because me, my hands are clean. I don't know if you are doing anything at my back. I don't know. I don't want to know. Depending on what you have in mind, I don't want to know. I don't care to know. So we got involved, and I discovered that this case is not a case we can go on without involving a senior advocate. I contacted my uncle, who is the seasoned senior advocate, Chief Chukwuma SN. I said, come and join us and lead us in this case. Because a lot of interest at stake, a lot of people are interested, and let's have an Iroko that will lead us. Chukwuma SN flew on from Aba to join us. It was on his application in court. And interestingly, on the day this application was about to be made by Chukwuma for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred from estate custody to prison facility, the lawyer in the matter objected when we were discussing it among the lawyers. He said, no, but he want the matter, he is there, he wants him to stay the man in this estate custody. I have to go to him. I went to him and said, Onyendu, please, we have an issue here. We are discussing something that will take place in court now. He said, what is that? I said, we are about to make an application for you to be transferred to prison custody instead of staying where you are. And I now stated to him the advantages of being there. He said, Joe, what am I talking about? Is anybody objecting? I said, yes, your lawyer who said you will not go, that you are very comfortable. I said, Joe, no. They should go on with the application. In open court. And I told she, please go on. And upon that application being made, granted, when you was transferred to prison custody, and the rest became story. Everything that was happening at his back, you came to know about it. So this, I'm taking it one after that for you to understand the level of involvement, how far we have gone, and where we are as of today. Now, when the charge filed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered several amendments. After amendments, because when they file, of course, you know how frivolous the charges are. When they file the charge, they were on the next day. What's the object? They will amend it and bring another one. So, but I was basically, when they filed and amended last charge, then we filed an objection challenging the competence of the charge, because the charge cannot be supported by the providence, what they call providence in support of the charge. They were all frivolous and unfounded charges, bogus as it may be. Then on 28th February 2017, the court ruled on application of appeal objection challenging the competence of the charge. And consequently, struck us 6 count charge out of 11 count charge. Then remaining 5. Then, based on the change, the character of the charge and the case, we also filed a fake bail application to get him out, or to get him out. So, and that application was heard by the court on the merit, and on 25th of April 2017, the court admitted him to bail. So, and we promptly ensured, because on the day he was granted bail, that would be on that day about, or Thursday, I assured Umochineke that Nnamdi Kanu will be released in the next 24 hours. We followed everything up. Our people came in their numbers. Whatever we needed, they provided it. Both landed documents and all whatnot, all those hard conditions we are met with. Then on Friday, he was released. So now, upon his abduction from Kenya, of course, we are aware of what happened to him, because when he was granted bail on 25th of April 2017, the court adjourned his matter to October 14th for hearing. Then, within that intervening period, when he was enjoying the bail condition, he underwent several pre-trial briefings with me. I went to his house, and also we came to my house, which of course is the public domain. And we had several discussions about the preparations towards full trial going on 11th of October. So within this intervening period, of course, you know what happened. The federal government, through their Operation Pilot House, went to kill him, because the essence of that operation was to eliminate him, not because of any other thing. They went there to kill him, and on between 10th and 14th of September 2017, and within this period of time, within that 10th and 14th, over 30 persons were killed in his premises. It's by act of confidence that he was able to escape being killed, because those facts are before the public and also before the court. So now, when he was abducted in Kenya, and before his sexual honor rendition to Nigeria, we got to know about that when he was taken to court. We were not informed. The government never informed us or notified us that our client was being brought to court at that time. Then, when he was taken to court, it became a matter of public knowledge. The papers reported it and all whatnot, and we came. So, and immediately we went to court to decide as to best approach to handle the matter. I quickly formed kind of a team of lawyers and also set up a WhatsApp group where I included almost very prominent and learned lawyers from across Igbo land, and also where I also have some senior advocates there. I have some professors there. So, and I asked everybody, including those who are also in the matter now. So, I do other things for him. So, other legal matters for him. I asked everybody to make a contribution for, in view of the charge just filed against him, or the manner in which was abducted and brought into Nigeria. Make a contribution, be feel free and make a contribution. I eventually called for a meeting of lawyers in my office, and they came out. And we had a very robust discussion as to what we have to do, and that approach to be adopted to ensure that we get what we want in court. So it was even based on contribution made by Professor Odinkalo, because Odinkalo is part of this team. It was in this platform. So I wanted not to mention his name, but I don't think there's anything that will send me from mentioning his name. He made very robust contribution, and they introduced a very important aspect of that has to do with extradition, and also brought attention to that. And they sent me materials from them, other authorities and legal authorities that were assist us. And I built our case along that one, and also dealt entirely with the frivolity of the charge and the emptiness of the charge, to file our objection challenging the competence of this charge. So when that was served on the federal government, I also made it public there. So they didn't respond until a few days before the date set for his arraignment. They now responded to the charge, and because I would not told the court, these people filed a response to our objection a day before the day we are coming to court. We are supposed to respond by way of reply for affidavit to what they filed. So, the court said no, they have to give us time to reply. On this adjourned date, they amended the charge again. So they keep on amending the charge. However, during my visit to Nnamdi Kanu, during this period, to SSS, I visited him because then a lot of course, you know what happened before that time. I'll still come to that later. So my house was invaded and my PA was killed. And however, unfortunately, that my PA that was killed, the father died early this morning. So may his soul rest in peace. I'll come to that later. So, I went to see him and had a discussion with him. I said, first thing he mentioned to me, he said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Chinedu said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Chinedu said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Chinedu said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Chinedu said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Chinedu said. He said it of us. Please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Chinedu said. He said it of us.
But we are back. While you are talking, I wanted to pause you to throw this question to you to clarify. And I also want to plead if we can as well so n'Igbo maka ndị nne maka ikwu okwu ife gbasara nkịta na-akpọtụ ụmụnne onye ndu aha. Ịma na ihe emebigo a lot of things na n'Igbo ka amara onye bụ onye. I don't know more possible. All not possible. We continue. All not possible. I continue with you. But now, if it will be possible, more name mixi. Makandin when dena ana water charm. Emanono graph of fuma. When dena gaha water charm. Mui bagasi. Yotago. Barrister, the question I don't the question I want to throw. Why you are talking about what happened in 2015? How Kinsley, the USA release or whatever. I want one lawyer, and Vincent to better that time. Or put the law, is it or on there? Somebody should be on mute, please. Hold on, let me mute someone.
Okay, thank you. That one the point in the make it that time, but now. Okay. Oge nwunye onye ndu gwasịrị m authority ka m baa na the matter and made the case. After I'm up that 120 persons active members able to detain on lawful and prison custody. O wee kpọọ m sị m na asịmeji ọfọ kparịsịrị ọfọ kerecha m sị m mụ jisie ike daalụ maka ọrụ nrụ ndị mkpọpụtara wee sị m ka ọ gwa m n'ehihie a eji ọfọ n'ọmụ ya kpọpụtara ya dị from detention n'ọkọ na-acha gwa m kịta na ịma nwaanyị anyị fụ na afụ na ife na afụ na mmụọ so ọsị m n'ọmụ ya kpọpụtara ya dị etu aka o si gwa m si ya nsogbu adịrọ madam na nsogbu adịrọ na ihe anyị na-emelụ ndị ọzọ nke anyị amaghị anyị so ọsị m kelecha m sị m baa na okwu a kịta ka m kpọpụta ya then mụ na nne nọ na ọfịs na-ewe sị m nwụsịra m n'idi ka m fụ chaajara faịlị maka onye ndu ka m fụ ya ka m nweke malụ how to do my work so gbalụziere wetakwa ya mgbede nke ya odozi evangelist odozi ya nwụsọ je wetara nke ya mepụta akwụkwọ wee etinye ya na kọt ihe na-akọwa bụ na oge ahụ mbata na that case ka mkpọpụta maazị kesịrị wụdị nọmba m telefon nọmba m tinye n'ụwa niile gwa ha na m bụ onye ori na m bịara igbu na obodo na ọbara gọọmenti ego na nka m bịa gbuo nwanne ya I was attacked na court na
2015 2015 ọ bụrụkwa nke kịta na nke 2022 23
I was attacked. I was physically attacked na court. Ụbọchị a na-akpọta onye ndị court. I was attacked on 23rd of December 2015 na court. Pachụrụ m si m gaa m ka nka mgbachi nkịtị. Tadị ka nche wesị na m agaghị agaza again. Gosi nwunye na mama ngazi. Ọ sị na iwu na m na-aga. O mechara publication dị na Sun. Ụnụ ya ama ihe na-ekwu. Mechara publication dị ebe ọbụla. Then ndị nna kesi na ndị otu na-emekwa publication nke fa na-ana m ebe ọbụla na mụgbo onye ori na mbara egbu di ya. Nwanne ha nwoke. So ọkwa the woman afa sị na ha mara onye ọbụla ọ bụrụ nwunye ha na ọ bụrụ nwunye Nnamdi ka I don't want to go into that sense. So then the point is na bụ na emechara ihe niile na nwunye ede akwụkwọ onye m si m gosi ya di ya ụlọ ikpe na ngosi ya di n'ụlọ ikpe di ya fụ akwụkwọ odela na okwu n'ụka niile na ihe na-akpọtụ ya ebi ụbọchị edela ikpe nwunye nne wee mbata na court nọrọ so oge ahụ ọ batago mbụ onye ndị ọnọgo na court data mbatazi nọtọ because ma ha bịa na-agwa ndị ya batara ndị ya bata mbatazi nọtọ so njikwa stret na njefia njikwa ekenesia were akwụkwọ nye ọfụra na mmanụ 100 nwunye ya ọsị m nwunye dere ha ọsị ya sị m ọmụọ abalị si fanye njọ ọsị yes Osim de no be no be tai bela tibe. So then it was the element could not go on that. They couldn't go on with the element. I don't know what happened that day, so he left. Then the second time, I meeting. That was when I called Ogempolo Chief Small SN for 1 night working. When I John, I barely died because I chum Kassan on the matter. So say I barely died. Choose more my SN Jazia. I went meeting. Okay, I filed the process. Then there, that was something. What even delayed that onion day for that time? Okay, file that motion for bail. Then I might agree that Mr. Raimel with the Obetarando here. Now that motion for bail and file it had be more competent to be argued. So sit up here, I better I withdraw and can't have file it. So I question. First of all, we came on that day, yeah. Webuna who's my cake up to Nnamdi. Up to go from SS custody because Nnamdi was not looking good. Then Obetana about from one end to another. So now Nnamdi now Nnamdi never one of them. We see we make agreement any make court. So no can be no na kuma can eba can je meet. Je kwesi Nnamdi na no body can talk and talk. Think for. See na na chiku na talk apolo go na prison. Ise be no puta. Na mana Obetana kwa na ebe no na 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 ga ofma. Na eri ni ofma. Na ngo mmiri. Na ekafe na then no of my bar now then you want comfortable room again now. We listen what? Say na here was some koye couldn't say better. What's major for please? I tell move application cap up here. But she said go on. He have strong women at court. Looking for work at I open court. She move the application and transfer him to prison. The rest became story. On the road about prison, but he never became him. Because now the man have been after na we no person came so which is deliberate on the part of federal government and the mere ha koro around it now buna obu no onye ndu ana na prison okwu kan na efu ne mandiri atu asma mandiri ezuori mandiri men tare me moko na forge document number of things we not have opportunity of doing that because I'm not telling but because now labor no kita is restricted. So ihe na nro nke ada gwa ihe kwere kete nweke nna agwacha okwu na apụkata Mr. Biafra gwa and then when it became obvious to them now no na ihe na-ekwu ofuma in gang is up so it was a full gang up by those who will be telling him the wrong thing. So but I don't want to go into that for now. So oga came here onye ndu where I transferred a prison custody and I was there I know what good night up there I made the charge. After I made the charge then I severally time in the charge on 25th of April 2017 court granted there Western Mata. They for the when I date the October 17th or for the that Biafra or the KB and I was there. I'm no Neja fear na be Jafia. Neja na other gonna be that time. I someone na Patan Katana and Adanime. Then I discuss our case. When you get that date, October 30th, pre-trial conference with a lawyer. Lawyer, next week, be again somewhere near where. One be not office room on a go and I go to gas. And I pre-trial conference. So we had it in his house, also had it in my house. And I conclude, guys, if you hear me. On the back, but one day, when you know, deep in Abuja, not 2 million people to follow him. Here now, on record. To tell the world now, Onyendu Cholokoche court, he wants to part of that case, he wants to go and defend Yabo, you know where he go back. And go over that chop and know where he go back. And nobody had the high win that court at all hand there. Each on the air region a day between September 10th to 14th. You bueno. This is an operation Python that similarly in Abo. Abo Busian Mad Nabe. Busian the Mad. You hear me on the Madamasia. Then because now he actually there. Actually after the just like he had afterwards. And actually it was there because over there respect for human life. So shouldn't keep up there. Number 10 I can dodge more. I can dodge more belly when. Then there was a shake Makosi, maybe here or Joe Bodo. And I don't know. Who not to lay back go defend the Pachaja. Now, Biafra is ready to come and defend the charge. And portion to which he deposed to affidavit, Israel, son of Israel. They sent to me that expressing his readiness to come and defend this charge. But not before he will come to defend this charge. Now he wants the court, the judge on the matter, the judge, presiding judge, to give him a guarantee that his safety is guaranteed. Not your court where now he can be protected. Not be like that, because after all, at the point he was enjoying the bail granted him, all court, all a subject of the court. I want a court protection. Now they actually no court granted bail. They went to him to kill him. Ordinarily, if at all they discovered at any point in time there has no Nnamdi will offense or committee between the time he was granted bail and the time he was enjoying the bail condition. The law says you can amend their charge. Simple. This is not genuine. So all the court go on trial. Say no commit to offense in Kanu, commit to offense in Kebwa, commit to offense in Keto. They are saying everywhere. Man, court everywhere. They are saying the obviously a court on about na hey the offense come. I know defend this. But to tell you na ha choro if they no will offense or commit. Na ha choro go no ga court. Na ha choro go onyas na choro ke be out of the way. Let's go and eliminate him. So they now said go under the pedestal of Operation Private Dance. So now, when he was abducted and brought in here, I do quite easy. First of all, I stopped at no single Zekome. Nabia, only the system. Which took Zekome from July to December. And within this period, I need a court. We are going to court. And that was the time, okay, and they make a lawyer from US here, and Bruce Fine, who should not run that way. That was when Bruce Fine came. And before he came, he discussed with me that he's coming to see Mazi. I said, good. And I told him to say, Bruce Fine is coming to see you, because before you see him, I must know the date. So I am telling him to say, so person wants to see you, and he's a lawyer. So and he wants to come and see you and probably discuss with you. When you see him, go ahead as your phone and let him come. I personally signed Bruce Fine's invitation letter and sent to him for him to come. Bruce Fine now came. When he came, I drove to airport to pick him and took him to where he stayed for those number of days before another. At the end, then at any time the matter was coming up for hearing, he used to come. He will come. Oh God, there's him in Korbia. I went, we're going to see and Bruce Fine, look at how they actually meant that has to do protesting to the court. Why they will not allow your lawyer to meet with you? Oh, yeah, your lawyer in US. He has the right to see you. So, what happened in court that day is a matter of public knowledge. Bruce Fine has been cleared from the gate of the High Court. Because I wrote his name. I wrote a letter to the judge, to the court, who approved of him to come to the court. Then Bruce Fine was cleared, even when the SSS were protesting. I said no, he must come in. I picked him, I grabbed him and brought him from the gate of the court. For him to be allowed access into the bank court, in the Ajuna court, in the SSS court. They refused access, they didn't have access to the court. Then it became an issue. And I wanted to seek an audience with my lord. But because of the tense session of the environment I don't keep quiet. So we said we are going to formally protest to the court about what they were doing to Bruce Fine. We in that court that time. We was like, what's happening? Why didn't my lord access to me? Then we said, look at what Bruce Fine advised us to do. Now you protest to the court, formally and civilly, law, in line with the calling of our partial demands. Then, Philadelphia, including Aloy Ejimako was there too. Aloy Ejimako and also Barrister Wazuke was there, Master Bakala was there, and other lawyers who are there with us. After discussing with Onye, the minimum approval that we should protest to the court. And I said, okay, let me go and discuss with lawyers. All of them will sat down. We went outside and had a discussion. At the end of this discussion, I called a lawyer because here, what is your opinion about this? Because I know why I asked him that question. What's your opinion about this? The lawyers have agreed we are going to protest to the court to express our concerns about the treatment being meted to Bruce Fine, who is only the Mazi international lawyer. A lawyer is it's good. Now, this is a wonderful step. Then say, no, let us go and see Onyendu together. I just like, I went, if I could, wonderful step. Let us take him. We went to Onyendu back again. Onyendu, the lawyers have discussed and look at what we are going to do. Do you approve it for, do you approve of it for the second time? Onyendu approved. We left. We outside the court, in protest. When the court came in, start adjourn the matter without allowing us access to the court again, about commercial court. Come on, but the fine in your phone. The law is my call. You tell people to say, now I collected his wig and gown and went outside. Now you were taking that application that day. No more. You just said that every person. I didn't respond to him. I didn't respond to those who are spreading that false narrative that I went to our clients. But I was holding myself. I went to our client, and I said, look at what was being said by people. That I stole a lot in my course who can come. I didn't allow him to take the application because he was taking the application, this and that and all. So what? Don't what I said. I will tell our lawyer to refute it. And that never happened because I was in court. The date I'm speaking with you, our lawyer has not refuted it. But I went here, man. Because why we need to clarify this thing, Bona. I don't know when I'll have opportunity of speaking in this platform. When I'm not speaking, I can speak, and I don't know how soon I will speak in this platform again. And these are obviously false narratives being peddled by people. They never happen. Just make us clear. But I'm not going to have the opportunity to say it here. So,
okay, barrister ka ị na-ekwu ka m na-atụnyegasị ụmụ okwu connect chakwara na okwu ị na-ekwu kịta maka na ọ dị mkpa dịka enwekwa onye ọkaikpe nnukwu onye ọkaikpe nke akpọtakwara mbụ Agabi ọ ga-adịkwa mma na ị na-arụta aka ka ndị kpọtara ha nke ka o si bịa ka ụmụ Biafra ghọta nke na-eme eme o nwekwara dịka ị kpọtụrụ Aloy Ejimakụ afa m ga-achọkwa ka m tụnyekwe ajụjụ a on 9th of October o nwee ife dere na your Facebook Isu Aloy Ejimakụ has crossed the Rubicon. I am coming out soon. Amara m ka ihe bụ Rubicon ahụ ọ crossụrụ ekwe n'ihe bụ soon o nwere ike ịbụ taa ka ụmụ Biafra nụchaa ihe niile ndị ọzọchi ka nchịkọta akụkọ ajụjụ a niile n'ime akụkọ anyị na-akụ ka ịkọpụcha ha ncha nke ọzọ bụkwa Bruce Fenn oge ahụ ọ bịara IPOB ọma anya ya ka onwe ndị kpọbatara ya na nwe ndị ji akafa maka ife eji na-ajụ ajụjụ a bụ maka Kingsley ịkpọrọ afa since 2015 ka ndị be anyị na-aghọta onwe ndị ji akafa kpọta Bruce Fenn ọ bịa tupu ife mere eme ka ọ bụ onye nduzi ya bịa ọ bụ anyị nwa dị nchaji ụmụ ife ndị ahụ gasị m ga-achọ nnọọ ka ịchịkọta pancha n'okwu niile ị na-ekwu gaa n'iru barrister ndị nne na-ege ntị ga-esi ike ọfụma ha na-edere m ife ebe a.
Okay, one, Bruce Fine called me. I don't know him. I have not made contact with him before from US. When some people, when they come on the phone actually, not to no one. And because however, before when they called me from US and said someone will call me, a lawyer from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer will call me from US. We spoke, the person should call me, upon Bruce Fine. And Bruce Fine also indicated interest about his readiness to come and see Mazi. You say, okay, however, of course, before I take any step, I will discuss with Onyendu and also pass the message to the US and also so they can be on the know. And I told them, look at what's playing out because someone is coming to see Nnamdi. So that because anything that happens tomorrow, I'm not responsible. So, and also pass limit. Then that's okay, no problem. Since Onyendu want to see him, you should come and see him. So, as I told you, I have to send an invitation letter for him to come. Almost send the right if I wrote and sent to him. So before he was granted visa by the federal government and he came. So and he made several attempts to see Onyendu and this guy said no. I'm not fear. And in any of this occasion, I in Ghana press now even my rights television J1D01 now only lawyer Nnamdi Kanu see US yeah I fear. Right? So then the last one I hear the cameras back when Ozekome has taken lead in the case, when is now drafted and come and lead the team by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The day the matter came up in court was sometime that will be January 17th, 2022. Yeah, that was when the matter came up in court, and Ozekome was in court to lead us. So Bruce Fine also was in court, also came around then. Weston, and that time I had to go letter. I had to go letter to the court, requesting the court to approve him, to give approval for him to come inside the court, of that matter court. Then the court Weston, the court never responded to that letter at all. Then on the day the matter was scheduled for hearing of objection, and then Professor Michael Zekome was in court to lead us. Bruce Fine Weston, that man, Weston, now we must not, the matter must not go on. Listen carefully. Matter was not go on. And I have the documents. I have everything I'm saying in writing. So the matter should not go on. That we should stay away from court again. Musi will find I'm no longer the leader, the counsel in this matter. Ozekome is now leading us. And before I will do anything in this case, I will seek his approval. And Ozekome said, "You didn't come here for drama. He came here to defend Nnamdi Kanu and get him out. He doesn't want anything that will stop the proceedings of today." So, and the way I was on game about it, Eba cannot no problem. Then that day he was unable to see Nnamdi and the court never approved of it, and the matter went on fine. And as they are doing, I'm going to wear man from Nnamdi Kanu. I'm to stop here. No more. I kept quiet. I didn't talk to you. Then remember that before Bruce Fine came to see Nnamdi Kanu, Kingsley openly threatened me. Kingsley threatened to kill me. We're still under his dead body. Bruce Fine and Nnamdi. No fear, I'm gone. No fear, I'm gone. At the end of this exercise, they are all of them are on the same page. And when because the point in Chok and I want the Biafrans to know, if I am into this case for money or for any form of shenanigan, I will not be where I am today. At all. After I wasn't the person that started this case. I don't know where I am today. Now, I have a track record in this matter. We have done cases for IPOB. Since my coming into this matter, not only from Nnamdi Kanu, I've released them in their thousands, not one. I've gotten them discharged and acquitted in various courts across the country. In Abuja here, in Iguacha, in Enugu, in Abia State, in Imo State, in Ebonyi State. I have the records. Those who are today screaming against me, some of them were brought into this case by me. I want to challenge any lawyer in this matter to tell me or to tell Biafrans, any IPOB member he has effectively defended in court, get him discharged and acquitted. Or get the matter struck out. One person, I talked to one person, among all of them, I want one person. Only all day in a patch from Akita, day back now. Then I'll remove my gun. Among all of them, never had any other court. I'm talking about those who are with me in court now. But any one person, Biafran, he has defended effectively, got him discharged, got him acquitted from court. Let me have one. I'm not talking about only the move application on the court in here, I'm talking about those defended and accused. And it's in the court of this case. Remember, sometime. Those who were discharged last week, they were discharged and acquitted last week. That was on last 2 weeks. I made it public. Somebody abulum. That's the case. The case number is the name is what do you call it? FR against good luck abulum and 5 others. Tag number 149C/2020. Let me tell something striking about this case. I want you to know. Sometime last year, I got a call from leadership. It's your fault, that's a development. Because they are playing with leadership is very intelligent. That's why some people are manailing them, telling us something about them. They called me and said, your fault, no one day I convict like a raffia na my God, what is it? I convict na Port Harcourt. Now, and they would have Africa. I don't know whether I'm still online. I don't know whether you're hearing me again. I don't know what's happening here. Am I with you?
Yeah, but it's not no give man or you with a problem.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, Monday here. So then they called me and said, Mazi, I should look at this. Now, about 7 persons have been convicted, and the court gave option of fine, $3 million per head. Now, I'm about to what the fine. They will lose there. We'll see how you go to that judgment. I'm fair. Judgment convicting IPOB for doing what? So I'm saying, like, I'm fair. If I'm not going to get the Messiah, people in charge, leadership will say it in a manner you understand it. They send the judgment to me. I read the judgment. First thing will happen here, I will forge document. Lawyers did it in this case. Lawyers. That and they have in a court and had involved here. We say what? It's a false document. Say, don't worry, I handle it. Before I could speak their problems, the same information has gone to Nnamdi. They need the regular to work up under. Where the Nnamdi in his side, that's where the from their come. As you look at this, so Nnamdi high up. Washington say it's not a false document. You cannot believe his side. Washington. He has a lot to say when he come out. Washington. Then I investigated it today. I got to the court to discover that the criminal assembly had for the gossip. If not for my involvement in that matter, and I personally got involved in that matter, those people in this will not be disturbed because now court and they know about that document they are forged. And those idiots made that about the gossip. And they are today not only all of you. Yeah, I followed the matter up, prosecuted the matter, defended them, and they were last 2 weeks discharged and acquitted. That's number one. Number two, sometime last year, I swear last year, Nnamdi got an information, a document that suggested that some persons were arrested and taken to Kaduna and they've been granted bail by magistrate court. Then why I have gone up 10, gone up 20, about that, they're in the hundreds. Now you need to go from prison. Now you got bail. So in the Kaduna, I have my very good lawyer who is dentalist from Plateau State and I've been with him for almost 10 years. Very reliable and trusted person. I'll send him to go to that court and find out what happened. And luckily, what saved him? That kind of prison by now. That document was forged. So why it's important for you to know this? I'm an onion to not approve. See, but I have to say it. Why I have to say it? What is playing out? These are what has been working around him. Right? So that's by the way. Defending IPOB across the states and gotten them discharged and acquitted. To my knowledge, as IPOB lead counsel today, there hasn't been any IPOB member standing today that has been convicted by court. Not to my knowledge, not one person. There's no IPOB member that has been convicted by court. To my knowledge, since I started this case in 2015, he did. I have not done a case where any of them was convicted. He did. Anybody that has a sorry court to challenge it. Then coming to the aspect of the matter, Nnamdi has the right to bring in a lawyer of his choice. He has the right to expand his legal team to 20 lawyers, 30 lawyers, all his prerogative, which is provided for on our constitution. However, when the idea to bring in someone to appear in court, Supreme Court, I just take it that he came to court to appear with us. Appear in Supreme Court was mooted. I got information late, actually, he told me. Then, but I said, only somebody discuss about which is a purely client lawyer privilege discussion, and I don't think I'll make it public. So I said, okay, after all, the man said he will not be in court. I will not from the comment. Because, and estimably, commended Ozekome and my humble self for work done so far in the Supreme Court. He said he has read everything will fine. He has read even the judgment of the Court of Appeal, and they are all sound and impeccable. Then we had a meeting with him.
Agabi, yes. We had a meeting with him, and the level of involvement and the matter is spelled out. They were right to bring in lawyers for different purposes. I don't want to go into that. Then he said, Ozekome, please. He said, I'm not coming to talk about the matter from you. I'm coming to be there for you. We are going to adopt your case and not whatnot. You see, because people know how to bring two lawyers together and crash their head. So if for the fact that Ozekome is not a seasoned advocate or who is very close to Agabi also, people who are painting false narratives before the public now have crashed their heads. Now they will fight. As soon as two advocates are fighting on a matter, that is very totally wrong. Then we had a very good and convivial discussion about what is going to happen on the 5th of October when the matter was coming up. And the other day, Ozekome presented the argument
adopted the bills will file, because we'll file. And the standard is argument in that respect. The matter was consequently adjourned to 5th September. As a matter of fact, it's not in the style of Supreme Court to give a date for judgment or even court of appeal. Usually when adoption is concluded, they will adjourn the matter on a date to be communicated to the parties. But in this case, it was specific as a date the judgment will be delivered. I even expressed some sort of element of some surprise on that day. So that was what happened. Of course, you know that some people will be scheming. The schemers around will be walking around to ensure that they bring in confusion one way or the other, and the ability to know when where they are coming from, and also the intent, what it is, and also prepare their heads ahead of time, make you smarter than them. That's number one. Now coming to I would have gone public against our Lord Mazi before now, but I was being restrained by Nnamdi Kanu. But you see, one thing about this, why I took time to narrate some of these silent parts, and I expect you to ask me further questions because of time, or Biafrans to ask me questions. I dedicated today for this program, and I'm ready to answer any questions anyone will so wish to ask me. That's number one. Number two, you people are aware, Biafrans are aware that on the 2nd day of December 2019, my house was invaded for no just cause. Buildings worth millions of naira were burnt. People were killed in my premises. Not that they committed no offense of them, because someone somewhere in my town, one monster in my community, this man has been looking for way to eliminate me. Not before I even filed IPOB case. But I want to say what there. We have been having issues because my issue with him lies simple. He kills people in my community and gets scot-free. Everyone in my community are afraid of him. Nobody wishes, because he has contact with the federal government.
But it's only in Quifa, when you were only in Quifa, or Kafaya, Mbo Kam Emekofo, Aqua Emekofo Kinu.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I demand Afa.
After narrating you put on the bank, I'll So, as I was saying, then because I've been on him, he saw me as a very serious problem to his evil desires and all. We've been fighting before I got a PB case. Now, because I am handling a PB case, if I want thing about life, just like here in Southeast now, which I will mention in this program. Of course, people are aware that I have offices in Nnamdi State and Abuja here. I have very powerful, erudite and also very efficient practice in there. Even in Southeast today, the simple one. If I'm contesting ownership of a land with my neighbor, and I feel my police, what I will do simple to cut it short. I'll go and tell the police, no, also not sponsor IPOB, no, I had a boosting man, no, sponsor ESN. If that's 1 hour, the person is gone. Once you mention IPOB to security agents now, you're not condemned, no problem. You go how to pay her to the person now. Now, because I'm defending IPOB, and Nnamdi Kanu, I'm the well-known lawyer. Went to court and I won the case. Then, as it has done enough, he now hired these people that came to my house again on 6th of June 2021. He hired them. And I was told, okay, information now, he's plotting evil against me. I got the impression he was plotting evil against me. So, because then, there are meetings I was attending on instruction of Onyendu. Then, people for that meeting, I will not fall victim of this man. And some people know that I was attending meetings, came to bring peace to the Southeast. Then I came in that day, he gave them 30 million. This man gave them 30 million with a direction, a specific direction to kill me and kill anybody in my house. And what he told those who that came to my house, my house will be the ESMB. Now they have gone, they have gone everything in my house. However, always Pandi to Habiano, believing that those false delegates, but when they come, they discover that they have never happened. I was those Abraham make public. These are my findings. I have only Jali Bumat Naba, and I bought my PA. Unfortunately, my PA, Papa Mutat. The father died this morning. So now, come to the campus that day. They arrested three of my boys that day. One, my gardener, Ugochku, the cafe, my gate man, Chibike, and the Papa Moto. One was about my PO. Then now, I followed that case from there. I went to court, challenged them, I won the case. I followed up that case from there, came to Abuja, follow it up. At some point, let me say there for this. I was at the verge of getting these guys out from where they were detained. Because he was seeing them, he was making contact with them. MSC got everything for them to come. This man on a phone, these people. I'm saying it to every Biafra to know. From there, they now transfer them from that place to where they are now.
Kam kwere boy atoto emeka ofo we kpo na phone say release no mo Biafra ndị abịa akpọrọ ọka na aghọta na ife na-eme ka ghara ịga bie gị akpa right na gị rigbo onwe gị gaa n'iru
Now he has started scheming again. He has started scheming again. Now as I speak to you now. He has arrested 3 people from my community, from my village now. Took them to police. 2 of them, I followed him up on one of them. And that person was taken to court. I later, leadership will raise the charge to you, manager. The charge higher in the course of time again. Then, what were they being asked for? On I do have where they to indict me, I'm not involved. I'm one boy would agree. Come and indict me. Now, I want to also use this opportunity to tell the governor of Anambra State something on Chokawata this afternoon, because he's the one working with him. Now, because he's the one who is encouraging him. I want Soludo to know today that now, if not for Chineke 1, 2, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, will not be governor of Anambra State today. If not because of Chineke number 1, 2, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB will not be governor. Because now, sit at home being put in place by IPOB, if he wasn't caught up, the people that traveled from here to Anambra will wipe entire Anambra State out. Their directive is very simple. Anybody have to weigh whether of title or not, will see where and they in authority to win. Nnamdi Kanu, his wisdom, will give him instruction that I should write a letter telling the public to come out and vote. That's not giving that instruction. I passed it to leadership. When I was writing, leadership was writing, telling people to come, campaigning for people to come out and vote. That was how he became governor of Anambra State. And I'm happy Anambra State is peaceful. I've been instrumental in bringing peace to Anambra State today. I don't boast about it. I don't brag about it. But for him to know that his Emeka Ofo is going to bring crisis in the community I cannot be able to defend. Now Emeka Ofo is doing all these things to get me again. Ndị obulebu na ndị akpụjere ebe ndị akpụjekere ha na ndị akpụjere na prison are not yet out. That's what is happening today. Then now, why I'm saying this, boom, that when this thing was going on, I got a very strong intelligence. Aloy Ejimako is meeting with him. Aloy Ejimako went to see him. And I told Onyendu this thing. Say, Onyendu, are you aware of what is happening? The one problem now, lawyer, they meet him, man. I don't have a problem. You can go and meet anybody you want to meet. But coming publicly to write about him shows that you are enjoying, you are on the same bed with him. Then as that was going on, then I got a report about this plot I'm telling you about. I got a report about what I'm telling you. So I am telling Biafrans today and the world. You may not know, whatever he's doing, you may not know that I'm away. I've started defending IPOB since 2015. He did. And I've secured a list of on their thousands. He may think that people will just look the other way. It's not possible. And if anything happens to me today, or any of my house, any of my members, Biafrans know who to hold responsible. If anything happens to me today, God forbid, or any of my family members, Biafrans know who to hold responsible. That's why I'm stating it in this platform. For them to understand what I'm passing through in the house of this people. Because I've suffered, I've sacrificed, I've waived a number of things in defense of Biafra. This election petition matter, MS now, I have people that came to me to pay me tens of billions to defend them. This is another petition. I have the people that came to me because they know I'm intelligent. They pay my office tens of billions, going to 50, 30, 40, 100 millions to defend them. I said, no, I cannot be involved in election petition because ODMB is there. I'm at his beck and call. Because election matters you must devote 100% attention to. And I cannot be defending him, knowing the nature of the case I'm handling, knowing what the demands of the case, and also be conducting other cases that will affect that will distract me. No, don't worry. When it's out, I am ready to accept any brief from anybody. So why I'm saying this is for Biafran to know today. I want to place them on record because I don't know what happened to them tomorrow, but I'm not running away from anybody. What I will do today is for me, last thing I will do today is to run away from anybody. So if anything happens to me, or happens to any of my family members, or happens to my wife, my children, and else.
Barry still on mute, and the video gap will go. Barrister, can you hear me? Because I want to know better in the Yana network, yes, handle. Ọ dịka onwe ka ya na netwọk ya si aga ka anyị nweta na obere ndidi. Barry si on mute ịpụtago n'ihe onyonyo mana anara n'ife na-ekwu.
Are you hearing me now?
Ya gaa n'iru.
So this is why I want to place the record today, right? Because I've done anything, I've not committed any offense to be being hunted around by someone, the monster in my community. And unfortunately, some people who are part of this case or who I'm defending are part of the scheming. So I want to place on record because he thinks that he can eat his cake and have it back. It's very impossible. I'm not a moron in our community. Nobody in our rift. Go and ask question. Ask anybody in our rift. By extension, I don't have problem with anybody. I'm not a troublesome maker. The only thing I defend that which is right. Anything outside right, I won't get involved. I defend that which is right. So may seem not can involve. And let me say this to you. I have never for one day in my life been in a place where there's a conspiracy to kill anybody. I'm not conspiring to kill anybody. But if somebody in a family man, I've not been in a place in one day. See, I want to discuss how to kill Mr. A or Mr. B. I'm not part of it. I've not done that in my life, and I will not start it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Because I come to daughter, and my hands are clean. I don't have any blood in my hands, not one. So that's why I want to use this platform to tell Biafrans what is happening around me. Because the scheming is on as I speak. The scheming is on now. But I'm waiting for them. I can see Biafra. Couldn't do ready. Malo, they want to because don't believe now. No matter the government, you know, government, yeah. And I saw she can carry out any form of evil attack on me and get scot-free. I don't believe. Because once we change the government, and they feel that the people that came into power is in power, their friends. Then the police and all the security agents will be in their pocket. But unfortunately, they should know. A responsible security agent should do that, which will encourage peace where he is. He should do that, always do that, do things that will discourage violence or problem. You should encourage him, do things that will encourage peace. Even when you are being forced by a politician to do that, you say no. I will not do this. It's not wrong. This thing will throw the state into chaos. It will throw the state into violence. I won't do it. All because of this. All because of Ibusu Biafra. Starting from 2016. Protest. Peaceful protest. Come on, Akibuha. High School. Biafra. That is what led to where we are today. That's what led to where we are today. To go with your question, my brother.
Ndewo barrister, ndewo ụjọ atana gị ndị Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ. Ya nwa bụkwanụ Emeka Ọfọ. Ihe m ga-ekwu ebe ọ nọ n'iko ejuwe ego. Our HOD kwere gị nkwa oge last broadcast ya. O gwakwana ya sị ya ihe ọbụla in short ndị gị nọ ya n'akazi ka put to ihe ọbụla mere gị ọ ya afọ ya. E nwere ajụjụ m chọrọ